Hello, everybody. I'm your host, Eric Bird here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And tonight, we're going to talk a little credit if you want. Why do you want credit so badly? Yes, credit is an asset if you use it the right way. Time to invest in yourself. And welcome. Stop Struggling Now gear. Check. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, welcome back. And I want to thank you for being here on the Stop Struggling Now Friday Night Live. SSN Nation is here. And before I start, I always forget this one thing, but I'm not going to forget 1 minute in. Please smash the like button so the YouTube algorithms know that somebody's in the house. And I want to welcome everybody once again. And again, please share the videos because we can help thousands, if not millions of other people. All right. Well, I want to hear from you tonight. I'm going to talk about it myself, but why do you want credit so badly? That's the $1 million question. Everybody wants to get credit. There's a reason you want to get credit, but you're taught from an early age that you need credit to buy houses, to buy cars, to buy almost any luxury item. You're going to need your credit to be checked. Well, what if you started changing your mindset going, okay, I don't mind you checking my credit. You don't mind getting credit. But how about this? You're going to get credit to buy assets, not toys, right? Because credit is an asset. But what starts out is you got to get a car. So most people buy a car on credit. Then next step is you got to have a house. So then they buy a house on credit. But what if you switched it up and your first purchase wasn't a car, wasn't a house, but was a duplex, triplex, or fourplex because you had good credit? How about switching it around a little bit to get your assets so then you have assets that pay you using your credit? And then you go buy with your profits and with your revenue streams. Now you can go buy the other items that you need for credit. Your debt to income ratio won't be affected when you first start because you don't have cars, homes, credit cards, things like that. You don't have many of them anyhow, but you'll need one or two or three or somehow getting something reported on your credit file in order to be able to get such a thing as an FHA loan so you can get up to a fourplex. You can use your credit. All right, let's see who's in the house. Tiffany Young, welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And the icon next to your name, freedom. That's right. That's what we're trying to achieve here. Financial freedom, ladies and gentlemen. And the other way and how we're going to do that is we got to reverse everything. Reverse engineer. It's okay to get a credit card because everybody who's 18, 19, 20, they'll give a credit card to because you normally will not have a credit file. But how about this, ladies and gentlemen? Think about your children putting your child on an authorized user on your credit card. Don't give them the credit card though, but you put them as authorized user when they're about 15, 16 years old. So the time that they're 18, they have something on their credit file. Next move, because you want credit so badly, next move is, like I said, why not buy assets first that pay you instead of going reverse? Because everybody looks around, you look around on social media, you like live with the Joneses, you got to copy what the Joneses do, what you see on TV. How about you buy an asset that pays you? I'll repeat it 3 times so far now. You're 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, and you buy an asset with your 700 plus credit score. And that would be what? Multifamily? But in this day and age, you have other options, such as there's things where you can rent cars now, which is like Turo, Hire Car, and a few others. So now you have other options that you can do to get yourself in position to have streams of revenue coming in using your credit, because credit is an asset. Don't use it as a liability. All right. Let's see who else is in the house. We have Victor Marrero. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. And he has his usual, let's do this. And hello all. Thank you so much for being here once again, Victor Marrero. I humbly appreciate it. And the icon. Thank you so much. All right. So why do you want credit so badly? If you want to get in on this conversation, you can always hit the chat room. It's open to everybody, unlike Wednesday nights, which is members only. But on Friday night and Monday night lives, chat room's open to everybody. All right. So when you start thinking about your credit, maybe you start thinking it's not too late. Some of you might be 30, 40, 50, 60. Some of you might have messed up your credit, but it can all be redone, get back on track. And how can I forget? There are links down below in case you need some credit. Now, all these are a little bit different. They're fintechs, except for Credit Strong, and most people have heard of Credit Strong and Self Lender. Those are installment trade lines that helps you build your credit up. This is true. The links are down below. What's also down below are the fintechs. Tomo Credit Card, no hard inquiry. By the way, Credit Strong, Self Lender, no hard inquiry either. Tomo Credit's down below. X1 Credit's coming out, so you got to get on the wait list. Benjamin Finance, you got to get on the wait list. It looks to be like X1. And there's Grow Credit down below as well, which can help you out with your credit. All those are no credit checks. So that is a way for you to start adding to your credit profile in case you need to build up your credit. Because what you want to do with credit is you want to have low debt utilization, and you don't want hard inquiries. Remember, you can't have no more than 4 hard inquiries over a 2-year period. So if you can get credit using no hard inquiry, soft inquiries, that's the way you should be going in 2021. All right. Now, also down below, if you're looking for credit, I do have 2 videos that you can go watch because, you know, the shopping cart trick. I have those videos in the description as well. So hopefully somebody can use that. Again, the shopping cart trick requires it. They do a soft inquiry, and then 50 to 60% of the people will get a pop-up that says you have qualified for the credit card. But again, it's a soft inquiry. So you could potentially get 5 or 6 cards on a soft inquiry or credit lines reporting to your personal profile, and not have to worry about 6 or 7 hard inquiries that you're going to have to try to remove later. So hopefully that helps you out. All right, let's see who else. Moses TV's in the house with the icon next to his name. Good evening, SSN fam. Let's get it as his entry point as usual. Thank you so much for being here, Moses TV. Once again with the icon next to your name. Thank you so much. Combe Samuel, how are you doing this Friday night live? Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name as well. Hey, SSN fam, hope everyone is doing great. Yes, it's another Friday night. We're doing great, and hopefully we can drop some more gems, and pay attention to the chat room, ladies and gentlemen, because you never know what gems are going to be dropped by subscribers, members, people who are watching these live streams. So I want to say, watch, pay attention, get that pen, pad, and paper together, because we got to get into it tonight. I want to know, why do you want credit so badly when you may not even need it? All right? Think about some things. In case you're new here to Stop Struggling Now, I want to thank you for watching the live stream, but search the channel, because we have videos. We talk about real estate investing as well. Most people associate that with you're going to need your credit score to be pretty decent. Well, we've been talking about pre-construction condos since the end of 2020. No credit check, no qualifying, once again, as members of the SSN Nation knows. So therefore, once again, 0% interest while you pay your down payment over 20, 24, 30 months. No credit check, no qualifying. You now have tied up an asset without your credit. And in the meantime, in the 2 to 3 years, if your credit was messed up, you can at least fix it up. And you will need credit later unless you want to pay it off 100%. But 0% to control an asset and you pay monthly, where do I sign up? Well, if you're new, we've signed up. All right? So that's how we do it. Soft inquiry does work. I got William Sonoma, Victoria Seaverick, overstocked by doing the shopping cart trick. There you go, Moses Tillman. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. He's got it right. And all that did for him, he has 3 cards, no hard inquiry, debt to income ratio or debt utilization is lower. It's a beautiful thing. And it shows every month on-time payment, whether you use the cards or not. Thank you so much, Moses Tillman. And in fact, Victoria's Secret and Overstock are the 2 videos that I did showing people exactly what to do. They're down below in the description is the link to those 2 videos. All right. So keep that kind of thing in mind. But thank you so much for mentioning that. Walt Lewis is in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Hello, SSN fam. Hello to you too. Thank you so much for being here with us on the Friday Night Live. I know a lot of you could be anywhere, but you have joined us here in the SSN Nation where the emerging millionaires play. That's right. It's a bold statement. Emerging millionaires play. That's a bold statement, I know, but I have to say it. And by the way, all this time I had the shoe rack in the back, and I finally figured out what to do with the shoe rack. Even though you can only see like one shirt over there, it's kind of dark. Emerging millionaire shirt, t-shirt. And then when I move, you can see the other one, hard work equals entrepreneur. I finally figured out what to do with that shoe rack in the back. Seeing how this is, I've been in the ATL a little bit longer than normal, so I figured I might as well start making use of some of this. We got to get back to Cali, though, right? All right. So thank you so much for being here, and let me know why you want to get credit so badly. We have our reasons. We have our reasons because, like, you want to have credit cards. You want to have good credit because a lot of people ultimately say, I want a house or condo or whatever, duplex, whatever you want to get. Requires a credit situation if it's an existing property. But again, pre-construction, not so much. You can get a pre-construction condo in Miami. Same rules apply, except you need 20% down. Then you pay monthly while they're building it at 0% interest. And then 2 years later, you're going to be required to have about 50%. But when you have 50% on a commercial property or even a residential property, 50% loan to a value ratio, your credit doesn't need to be 750. All right. You will be able to get finance for that. So that's not the thing. But do you really want to buy that unless you have some sort of way to make it into a revenue stream? That's what you should be using your credit for. Revenue streams. Not going out of here going to get the bling bling, because this social media, TV, has people with a little bit of a self-esteem problem sometime, and they're sitting there going, man, I want all this new flashy stuff that you see all the time. But I submit to you, does it really matter what kind of car I'm driving when I go from point A to point B as long as it gets me there? In fact, do I even need a car? That's the question. I mean, you could take Uber, you can take Lyft, you can take a bus, you could walk, you can ride a bike, you can hit the subway. I mean, you have other choices than to pay $400, $500, $600, $700 a month, including insurance, for a car when you really think about it. And that $400, $500, $600, $700, $800 that you're paying for a car, you could be actually buying property that turns into revenue for you while you sleep. Talking about credit, that is. We don't need it, is what I'm trying to say. We have options. But if you start changing up where you spend your money, then you start utilizing your credit in a different format. Now, if you can wait 3 to 5 years, Is it worth the wait 3 to 5 years to always have $2,000 or $3,000 coming in while you sleep per month? Right, you heard me, per month. The average person in America, all Americans make around $40,000 to $45,000 a year. That's not a lot. So if you can get an extra $2,000 per month and you waited 5 years to do it, is that worth it? You'll use your credit in the end, some way, somehow. But I'm just giving you an easy way in. So that way, financial freedom's around the corner, like Tiffany Young said at the outset. Wilson Koo's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Good evening, Mr. Bird and SSN fam. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And the icon. All right. Do the shopping cart trick. There's literally over 10 cards that you can get. I will give you a major push down your credit utilization. Exactly. He's got it exactly right. The more cards that you can get with no hard inquiry, the better. And then all you have to do is stack them in your drawer. Use it one time or 2 times a year or something, 20, 30 bucks, whatever the case may be, then pay it off and then put it back in the drawer and your debt utilization remains low. And he's exactly right. It's not only Williams-Sonoma. It's not only Victoria's Secret. It's not only Overstock. All right. There's other options. And again, I have options down below in the description if you need credit. Now, there is something new that I talked about last week, which is if you need business credit, Credit Strong now has a business credit builder. It works the same way, except they report to Equifax. I can't remember who they report to, quite frankly. But in the video, I think it's Equifax. It's either Equifax or Experian. I can't remember. They report to your business profile, not your personal, no credit check. And that's how you start your business file. That's one way to do it. Otherwise, go to NAV, see my last video on business credit, and use NAV and pay $39.99 in a month. And that way you can find out if your business qualifies for a line of credit, business funding, all that automatically. Or you can get the free version. Either way, NAV, NAV.com. All right. So thank you so much, Moses TV, for saying that. And I always want to say Moses Tillman, but Moses TV, thank you so much for mentioning that. That's it. Don't go spend money on those cards. Exactly, Moses TV. That's what I was saying. It's a prudent thing to do. Just get the cards because there's no hard inquiry. No reason to spend it. You have bigger fish to fry, ladies and gentlemen. All right? Bigger fish to fry. Because ultimately, you want to be able to step into, the $10,000s, the $15,000s, the $25,000 credit. But why not just start with what you need with the idea that you're going to buy assets with your credit first? Assets that pay us. A car is not an asset unless you turn it into a rental vehicle. All right? That's a liability. A house is not an asset, in my opinion. People have differing opinions on this, but I don't think it's an asset because I have to pay the mortgage on there. All right? But if I'm making an extra $2,000 a month because I have rental properties, then I'll use the rental properties to pay for my house. All right? Or my car rental business to pay for my house. Or my online business to pay for the house. Because the house, if you live in it and you have a mortgage on it, is a liability. All right? Or you can have roommates or something in your house. And in that way, you turn it into an asset. So there's different ways that you can do this. So once you start realizing, I wish I was 18 years old and somebody said, hey, Eric, that 800 credit score you have, you should just go buy some multifamily property. Well, it took me till I was about 22, but it's all right. But the point I'm saying is the sooner you could have done it, the better, because as anyone knows, any property that you buy now will probably go up in value over the next 4 or 5 years. All right. So that is one of the things. And so this is why you can do your credit at any time, but you want to position yourself to get in. Like right now, even if you had no credit, even if you have bad credit, right? You can still do pre-construction finance or pre-construction condos or villas. Whether it's Miami, whether it's Punta Cana, Dominican Republic, whether it's Mexico, it doesn't matter. 0% over the next 20 months, 24, 30 months. And then, like I said, a 50 or 60% loan to value, you'll be able to get financing for it. Because in essence, they look at it as like you put 40% down, 50% down, 30% down. But the appreciation of the property, even if you paid 30% on the property, most properties go up in value. So your loan to value will still shrink, because if the property goes up 30, 40 grand, your loan to value could drop significantly down to 40 or 30%. All right. And I always give Victor Marrero's as the one right now because he invested in Punta Cana 3 years ago. His property was 231, and from January or February, it was 329K to 349K. So that's how much it's worth now. He owes only 115. So in essence, he's like at 30%, 32, 33% loan to value. He won't have a problem getting a loan even if he had bad credit. But the point is, he's paid 0% interest over that time for the down payment and to control an asset. Then he's going to rent it out. So he didn't need credit in the first place. So this is what I'm trying to say. Why do you want credit so badly? I'm hoping it's not so to be out here flexing, because this is no time to flex, ladies and gentlemen. Leave that to those Instagram people. You guys don't really understand what's going on. Some people get paid. True. Other people have side deals where people are loaning cars and loaning houses and loaning all kind of jewelry and making it look a certain way. But the bottom line is you should be concentrating on your capabilities. Not everybody can go out here and buy $100,000 cars. All right? Not everybody can go out here and buy $700,000, $800,000, $900,000, $1 million homes. A lot of people like to, but slow your roll. Get your revenue streams up first from the time you're 18, 20, 25, 30. Make sure you have that income stream coming in. Then you can buy whatever you want for the rest of your life. All right? Now, if you want credit, go down below. All right? I have ways you can build your credit up using no hard inquiries. That's what we want to do in 2021. All right? They're all down below. Oh, and also I have the free stocks in case you want to invest or want to find out about investing. You can study using the apps Robinhood and Webull, but click on the Robinhood and Webull links down below in the description, and we have free shares of stock that you receive for downloading the apps. All right? Not that hard. It's critical to build on-time payment history. That's right. My sister-in-law has always paid cash for things, and now she can't get a home. Exactly, because she doesn't have history. Credit score too low. Exactly, Victor Marrero. You don't know how many people I've spoken to over the years who says, I don't care about credit. I just pay cash for everything. And I was like, why would you pay cash for everything? Why wouldn't you have a credit card? And then if you want to pay cash, fine, but use your credit card. And let's say you charge $500. And if you want to pay cash, fine, just charge the card, pay the $500, because ultimately you're going to have a credit score. So at least have one or two cards. Yeah. And the funny thing that he mentioned that there are people that I've known too that couldn't qualify for buying a house, even though they have everything. They have cars, they have clothes, they have jewelry, they have everything. But when they tried to go buy the house, the mortgage people were like, why do you only have one credit card or no credit cards? That's happened before too to friends of mine. No credit cards. They only pay cash. And I was like, okay, well, you're going to have to pay cash for a house then, or any assets then, because otherwise you're not going to be able to do it unless you're going to go with some other scenarios. So that's no surprise. I've known people that same way. It's unbelievable. I'm flex when I get to Billy. Sorry. I flex when I get to Billy. Okay, Moses TV. Hey man, everybody can flex every now and then, man. Long as you earned it. Long as you earned it. That's all. And I found something very interesting the other day. I got to post this up because I can't remember exactly what the quote was, but I thought it was hella funny because it was something like, y'all out here flexing. No, it wasn't that. I won't even mess up the quote, but I'll have to post it. You guys will have to see it on the Twitter or the Facebook group or something like that. So we'll see what it is. But anyhow, why do you want to build? Why do you want credit so badly? That's what I want to know. Anybody want to chime in? Why do you think you need credit so badly, and why do you want it so badly? There's no rhyme or reason. We're all taught that credit is necessary because everybody knows if you want a car, a nice car, then you're going to need credit usually. If you want a home, you're going to need credit usually unless you pay cash for either of these items. If you want nice clothes, you generally can buy the clothes, but most people will do credit as well. So let me know why you want it so badly, and then we can talk. There's no right or wrong because it's just how you live your life. But I'm suggesting to you that if you are worried about credit so badly, that you first get some assets that pay, because then you won't worry about credit later. Because if you have that extra $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a month coming in from assets that you bought with your credit, then you don't mind spending it because every month you have the money coming in. So it changes your whole dynamics. Eric, can you talk about how to leverage your credit to buy assets? Yes, Tiffany Young. I was hoping I was doing that. All right. So let's just say you have a 640 credit score. I'll do a couple of things. 640 credit score, or let's just say you were in the military. You have a VA loan, possibility, 0% down, VA loan, credit 640. And well, actually, I don't even think you need a 640, but 0% down, VA loan, use it if you're in the military and haven't used it yet. But what are you going to do? You're going to buy an asset, not a single family home. You're going to try and buy yourself a duplex, threeplex, fourplex, right? Come on. Now, FHA is the first way you go because all you need is a 640 credit score. 640 credit score. If you don't have a 640 credit score, that's fine. But all you have to do is a shopping cart trick. Get, like Moses TV said, get 3 or 4 cards, change your debt to income ratio to get it lower, have some on-time payments. You'll get to 640 rapidly. Now you can do an FHA loan where all you need is 3.5% down. That's it. And the beauty of an FHA loan is an asset. You can buy up to a fourplex. You do have to live in one of the units for 1 year. But what's wrong with that? You're buying an asset. Again, not a single family home, but you're getting a duplex, which is 2 units, triplex of 3 units, or a fourplex, which is 4 units, because FHA only allows you to go up to 4 units at that 3.5% down. So that's how you can leverage your credit into a multifamily property. And now you have checks coming in for the rest of your life. All right. Unless you sell the property. And of course, you could sell the property because as soon as you raise the rents, your property becomes more valuable. But again, I wouldn't sell the property because you'll have equity over time. As soon as you raise the rent, even $50 for each person, the value of the property goes up. So now what do? You've moved into the next phase. Why the rich stay rich? Because you have an asset. And then what do? You refi it and take some money out. And then you go buy another asset that pays you. And now you have the ball rolling. Right? It's that simple. But most people are out here using their credit, like I said, cars, clothes, entertainment, things that are liabilities that or return nothing, TVs, all kind of crazy stuff. And you could have just said, you know what? I'm just going to get me this property here, fourplex if you can, FHA, 3.5% down. So you guys understand 3.5% down is pretty cool. You can find let's say $400,000 properties, $14,000 is all you need. All right. And a 640 credit score and up. Everybody can obtain a 640 credit score. The question then becomes, can you find a fourplex that you want to live in for a year and rent out the other 3 units? That's the question. So that's one thing you can leverage your credit into. All right. And then, of course, we already talked about the pre-construction condos that are all over the place. And you can control an asset right now knowing inflation is on the rise. And you can get in with, now you're going to need 10% or, well, mostly in America, 20% down, 10 to 20% down for pre-construction in America. Then you pay 0% interest until they deliver the property. And then at the time of delivery, you're going to have to finance or pay off the remaining balance. So that's the way you leverage yourself into it. If you want to go some other routes, which search the channel for Airbnb video that I did, and I'll give you guys a little snippet of that right now because I'm sorry, I meant leveraging your credit cards. Tiffany Young says you have credit, but maybe not cash to be able to invest. Okay. All right. If you only have credit cards, okay, there's something you can do, but I don't really like talking about doing it because I'll get into the story about Airbnb, but let me address this here. The credit cards, okay, here we go. The credit cards go like this. If you have a good credit score in the 700s, then you always get 0% for 12 months, 14, 18 months sent to you all the time. You can use not 100% of that available balance that they're going to give you, but you can use enough of that balance where you can utilize that cash, withdraw the cash out, and then it may not be that simple these days, but I'm still going to use it as simple because all you have to do is you can go buy something and return it, and then there's ways you can do it. But let's just stick to the thing here. So you can withdraw the cash off the card, let's say $10,000. And you can use that, and now you have 0% interest for 12 months to 18 months. It all depends. I haven't seen anything past 18 months. All right? I haven't received anything past 18 months. That's the max. So now you owe 0% for 18 months, but the 0% really isn't 0%. Generally, you pay 1% of the balance. So 10,000, 10%. Is 1,000, 1% is 100. So you'd be paying $100 a month, in essence, to utilize to get that 10,000, and then you use that as the down payment. So that's how you normally would leverage credit cards. There's other ways you can do it as well. If a person takes a different payment method, like if you said, "Hey, will you take the payment method via PayPal, for instance?" And that means you could use your card, charge your card off, run it through to that PayPal method. There's different ways that you can do it, but that's the way you can leverage your credit cards for starters. All right. Now, as far as Airbnb goes, I was going to give you the story. You guys can search the channel for that. I even show receipts. I show my 1099s, unlike other people. So what I did was I did Timeshares back when they first started. I don't know their policies now, but I did Timeshares. When Airbnb first started, they contacted me. So I was from day one when Airbnb popped up. I was on their platform. All right. So I got all mine 100, 200 Timeshares for less than $2,000. The reason why is because people give them away. So when they give them away, you take them for free, or you go to timesharenation.com. But there's particular ones. You have to know when high seasons are. You have to know what you can reserve. It helps out a lot. So what I did was get those for free, or get those for $1 on eBay, get them for $50 on eBay. $1 was most of the ones because people try to give them away because you owe maintenance fees for a long time. And then I would post my availability up on Airbnb. and I'd get a lot of floating weeks. So I'd be able to, and most units I had, you can reserve 3 nights, 4 nights, or 7 nights. Flexibility, because most people stay 3, 4, 7 nights most times. And on Airbnb, people will pick the 3, 4, 7 nights if you put those in as slots that are available. And so you're able to charge a lot more when you know there's an event. So if you know there's a boxing match in Vegas that weekend, you know the Raiders are playing, you know it's going to be a good weekend, you can charge more. You know when it's a CES show, you can charge more. You know when it's the Electric EDC Festival in April, you know you can charge more on every holiday for 3-night weekends. So you got to know those things. You also know on most locations that are vacation rental destinations, Christmas and New Year, prime time, almost across the globe. Any place there's a timeshare is normally a vacation rental spot. So that's where people take their families during Christmas and New Year. You can charge double, just so you know. So again, that's another thing that has nothing to do with credit, but I just wanted to let you guys know that required zero money out of pocket, because you can go to timesharenation.com. You can go to eBay and buy some for $1, $5, whatever. You can go to Craigslist. People are giving them away. I mean, nobody really wants those things, because as a person, you don't want those. All right? You don't want those because it's a liability. But for business, if you can turn it into renting out the units, that's business. That turns into an asset. All right? Okay, let's see. Let's see what we got. All right, hopefully I got that, Tiffany. Good example with the 500, but pay it back over time. Don't just turn around and pay the 500 in full the following month. That will not build on-time payment history. Okay, yeah, but if it's a credit card, they still report, though. If it's some other platforms, well, I'm trying to think of what card wouldn't report, even if you went to zero. But that's something to be said as well. But I just like getting it up within the 30 days. So either way, they're going to report it back down to zero. Then they'll report every month. So, but either way, works. As long as you get it paid down. Curtis Davis is in the house. Mr. Financial with the Friday Night Live and the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here once again. I think we have always been taught to have credit since birth. It's almost in your DNA. Moses TV, that's it exactly. That's it exactly. You know why it's in the DNA? Because this is why it's in the DNA. When we grew up, even now, it's just getting worse and worse. So it was living paycheck to paycheck, basically, for most families. So most families always have to rely on, where's that extra credit I can get? I remember when I was a kid and I'd go to my grandmother's house and I'd go to the little store. And at the store, they literally had like a book where they gave people credit, in-store credit, and wrote it down. So if a person needed to, an extra $10, they'd write it down going, okay, you can take it. And they'd leave. And then the people would come back in and pay the $10 and then buy some more groceries the next time, do that kind of thing. So that is inherently why in America, credit has always been taught to utilize, because now we know the numbers. Everybody here who's new, you may not know the numbers that 60% of the population doesn't even have $500 in their bank account. Okay? 60%, ladies and gentlemen, you can Google, you'll see 70 and a little over 70% of the population does not have 1,000 in their bank account. So that's 7 out of 10 people that you walk by does not even have anything in their bank account. So that means they're utilizing their credit. So people are being taught, you better get credit. But in retrospect, I wish somebody would have told me when I was 18 or 16 or 12 years old to go, hey, Eric, you know what? Get your credit. But your first purchase that you're going to do is get yourself one of these FHA loan fourplexes. Put down 3.5%. live in one of those. Of course, at 18, 19, 20, I don't care where I live at that point. If I have a little condo, that's cool. So, and have 3 people pay for my condo, plus I have a cash flow. Where do I find it? I wish somebody would have told me that. But that's the thing. Financial literacy isn't taught whenever it comes to lower income areas, because if you're in lower income, middle class to lower, okay, if you're in that sector, people are working, two parents are working, usually, all right? They don't have time to study. They don't even have time to invest. So let alone, are they going to be sitting down at the table going, hey, you know what? You need to buy stocks. You need to buy gold, silver. You need to buy real estate that pays you or assets that pay you. There's no time for that, right? So you have to think, and school doesn't teach you nothing about finance. They don't even have to show you how to write a check. They don't teach anything about finance at all. They don't say, hey, you know what? You might want to get these assets before you go buy cars and before you go buy homes. You might want to go buy something else, maybe even start a business while you're 16 or 17. I mean, this is the kind of thing that it rubs me the wrong way. And unfortunately, in hindsight, there's nothing you can do about it. But that's why we have this Stop Struggling Now Nation here. Because I'm hoping that we do have those 16, 17, 18, 19, 20-year-olds who are listening out here and who are sitting there going, wait a minute, is this guy just saying that I don't even need credit and all I have to do is have like $5,000 to $10,000 and put down on a pre-construction condo and I got something that I can rent out for the rest of my life and it's 0% interest and I don't even need credit? Man, where do I sign up for this? Did that guy just say I should talk to my parents to get them get my name on one of their credit cards as an authorized user, that I don't need the card? I just need that authorized user to repost on my credit file. So when I'm 18, 19, 20, I have good credit? Yes, that's what we're saying here, ladies and gentlemen. And then you utilize your credit. I think we've always been taught that, but you're right. That's how it goes down. I'm sorry, I meant leveraging your credit cards. You have credit, but not cash. Yep. All the fourplex around here you don't want to be around, let alone live in. Moses, tell me. Moses T. Yeah, I know, man. But hey, that's why you have to expand your horizons, right? That's why you got to expand your horizon. Always look around. There's deals everywhere. And what I mean by deals, there'll always be a fourplex somewhere that you can live with. All right? You don't mind renting. Gotcha. Thanks. All right. Hopefully that helped you, Tiffany Young. Thanks so much for asking about that. What about mobile homes? Brian P., welcome to the Friday night live stream. Glad to see you here once again. Mobile homes work the same way. If you're renting them out, that's an asset. But, you know, mobile homes bring you a lower revenue number, but it's still an asset because they're cheap. I mean, in some states, southern states, where it's warm, temperatures change, humidity, I've ran across people practically giving their mobile homes away. I mean, $5,000, $10,000. Yeah, they might have been like, 20-year-old mobile homes or something, but still, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. In fact, I was looking to buy a mobile home park by the ocean myself. But they started escalating in prices because that's a revenue stream, a big one. People come and park, they pay you. People stay there, they pay you. So you have this locked in amount. And so nobody, all of a sudden in the last 3-4 years, people started saying, you know what, I'm not selling mine cheap anymore. Because they understand that revenue's coming in every week, every month. And then when they're in season, you have other people that come and stay for 3-4 months. And you can charge higher prices. So I think mobile home parks, if you're going to do the whole thing, those are awesome to buy. Mobile homes, those are fine. But again, since they don't fall under the multifamily, I would tend to stay away from those unless I can get one where it's overlooking some oceans or water, a lake or something by the river. Credit, a tool to acquire assets. But as a business owner, you learn to get assets first, then cash flow. That's it exactly, Curtis Davis. That's it. That's how we do it. The old school apartment owners ate noodles until he paid off the note. Then he flexed. There you go. That's it exactly. That's exactly how you do it. It's after you have the assets, then you can flex all you want to, if that's your style. All right? It's not my style, but a lot of people have that style. Financial education isn't being taught at schools. That's a shame. Exactly. That is a shame. It's a travesty. All they're doing from K to 12th grade is teaching people how to be employees. But unfortunately, the internet came out 20 years ago. So all those kids that for the last 20 years, they know about the internet. They know about you can be an influencer, you're a YouTuber, a TikToker, an Instagrammer. They know now, Facebook pages. They know they can get extra streams of income literally by doing anything they want and posting it, and they know how to monetize. So there's a big shift on why we spoke about this on Wednesday. Hiring signs all over the place, $10, $11, $12 an hour. The kids are sitting there going, well, wait a minute, my friend over here makes like 3 G's, 4 G's a month doing stupid stuff on the internet. They're like, wait, I can do that too. Why don't I give it a shot? Why should I go work for $300 a week when I still got to live at home with my parents anyhow at $300 a week? So that's the problem, and that's a shame. Because if they would have taught financial literacy in school from K through 12, when people were 18 and old enough to sign contracts, they would have already been making money probably during when they're 15, 14, 15, 16. They're 18, 19. They're sitting there saying, well, I'll just go buy this, an asset, and then have money coming in. And then you never know from that. They might be hiring people and not paying people these peanut wages because they're going to be making more money because they have assets. Jewel 20 ladies in the house, welcome to the Friday night live stream with the icon. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a member of the channel. Gino Shimiente is in the house. How is everyone? We're doing great. Thank you so much for being here on another Friday Night Live. And Gino Shimiente, I took some of your advice that you've been saying on every Friday night when it comes to the stock market investing. I started selling because I was sitting there looking at my things. I was like, does this really say 80%? Does this really say 250%? Does this really say 500%? I think I'm going to have to listen to Gino Shimiente this week. So I had to sell a whole bunch of stuff. All right. Do it now. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. Do it now. Melanie Bonita, Miss 24 streams of incomes in the house with the icon next to her name. Thank you so much. Great evening, SSN fam. Thank you so much for being here once again, Miss 24 streams of income. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. So nobody's coming up with they don't want to admit why they want credit so badly. Hopefully I gave you a case to reconsider why you want credit so badly. Now you do want credit so badly because the man just said, get some assets. That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen. But look, don't be confused. If you want to do multifamily properties, most of the time you're going to need 20% down. 20, 25% down. That's the norm. All right. But like I said, if you do FHA, you only need a 640 credit score and you only need 3.5% down. That's why I say start with that first. But you can always start with 20%, 25%, and you can go back and look at the video with my friend Will when he bought that Super 8 in Biloxi, Mississippi. He got 25% down. And guess what? It didn't come out of his pocket. He had investors put the 25% down. I can't really remember the numbers right now, but I think it was 4.5, 4.7 million, something like that. So that meant the guys had to come up with over 1 mil. They came up with 1 mil. You know why? Because the revenue from the property dictated that the property was worth $4.5 or $4.7 million. So as an investor, they said, hell yeah, we'll chip in that 1 mil. I think it was 1.25 mil. So that means it was 5 mil. So anyhow, they had enough revenue coming in where the property, I actually saw what the numbers were. And in my estimation, the property was worth like 6.5 mil or something like that. So it was a bargain deal. All right. So keep that in mind. Good night. Thank you. Michael Caesar's in the house. Welcome to the Friday Night Live. Long time no see, but he has the icon next to his name. Thank you so much for being here. Nice to see you again. Thank you. Can you touch on the DR property investment? Michael Caesar, we can talk about DR because we have at least 2 people in the house that has bought at DR, and we have others who are paying attention to the DR movement. That's Dominican Republic for everybody that's out there. You're probably going to have to ask the questions, but I'm just going to give you the simple. The simple thing is they have a ton of pre-construction properties. This is pre-construction. They have a ton of existing properties for sale as well. But if you're going to go with existing, then you're going to need your credit. Or you're going to need your credit unless you're paying 100% of the property. Pre-construction, though, all you need is $1,000 to reserve at most properties, or, well, $500 to $1,000, but most properties are $1,000 unless you're buying at Cana Rock on the grounds of the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, which they require $3,000 down. And then it all depends from that point on. You have to complete the 10% to 20% within the next 30 to 60 days. So you put down $1,000. I'll give you a perfect example. We'll use $100,000 to make it easy. You put down $1,000, and then since they need 10% to complete in, let's call it 30 to 45 days, you need to put $10,000 down total, but you already put $1,000, so you're going to owe $9,000. And then you make a monthly payment depending on how many months before delivery of the unit, before the unit's finished and ready to go. But if it's 2 years from now, then you'll have 24 payments, and then they'll say, we want 20% more down to make it 30% down. So then you would take 20,000, divide that by 24, and then that's your payment, $800 a month, roughly, something like that. So over 2 years, 0%, no interest, which is beautiful. So now you control a property asset. And then at the end of the 2 years, if the property stays the same value, you're going to owe 70% loan to value. And under most circumstances, it doesn't matter that much what your credit score is for 70% LTV. But I'll tell you this, no property will be at the same value from right now. They're all going up. Okay. My properties from 7 months ago, when they first put it up on the market, $123,000. They're now selling the same unit for $133,000. So we got $10,000 movement on the upside. On that property, it's 70% LTV. All right. Now, when I finished paying it in 20, I can't remember how many months it was, 21, 22 months. But the point I'm trying to make is, so when I think my number was, you guys can go see the contract. I have a couple videos showing the actual contract too. You can search the Stop Struggling Now channel. But I believe it's $73,000 is what I'm going to owe. And right now the property is at $133,000 would be the assessed value because that's what they're selling for right now. So now my percentage has just decreased from 70%. All right. Because if I owe 73, even if the property was valued at 100, that would be 73%. So when you add 30% more, as soon as it gets to 146, that's going to be 50% LTV. So 73 is around 6. Yeah. 6 times 12. Yeah. So it's around. So right now I'm at 60% LTV, even though I'm only going to pay 30% of the property. But because the property appreciated 10%, right now. We still got 2 years to go. So if it goes up 10,000 every year, then that's good for me. That means we'll be at 150. That means my LTV will be below 50%. It'll be like 45% at that point. All right. So that's all you have to do in the DR. And if you need any help, of course, we have Mr. Estacio. You guys can see the live stream with Mr. Estacio, or you can search the channel and do Ask Johan for the lawyer. Johan Confidante is the lawyer. So you can search the Stop Struggling Now channel, do the Ask Johan. We did a live stream with him. I broke down the videos into like 10 to 15 minute segments as well. So there's a few videos. They're all the same, but one's the live, and then I broke down the live, like I said, in the 10 to 15 minute increments, and it's Ask Johan series. So that's how easy it is. It's not that hard. You don't need any credit. Actually, they don't even check your finances either. So as long as you have the $1,000, the $3,000, or the $500 for the reservation, and as long as you have the 10 or the 20% for the down payment, you're in. And then you just wire the money monthly. It's that simple. All right. The DR properties are 10K down plus monthly payment. Yep, that's it. Most of them. I mean, there's some like the new one that's downtown Punta Cana. They want it 20% down for a 1-bedroom. And if you got a 2-bedroom, then they would take 10% down. All right. The DR properties, Gino, Shimmy, glad you started taking profits. Sooner or later, the stocks will come in. That is how I tell my client, Gino, Shimmy, and thank you so much. Yeah. After you kept saying it week after week after week, I started reassessing. I started going back in. And like I said, I'm sitting in there like, okay, what am I doing here with 585% and I'm not selling? What am I doing here with 400%, 300%, 80%, 50%? I'm like, hold on, I better start thinking about this because I can reinvest some of this stuff later, but take some of these hefty profits. But I still am holding AMC though, even though it is at 600%, I believe, somewhere like that. But I'm still holding with that one. Thanks. We'll email you for the link. Michael Caesar, you got it. Email me at Eric. You know my email address, actually, but I'll give it to you anyhow. Eric at StopStrugglingNow.com. Anybody can hit me up because Mr. Estacio has the downtown properties. Andrea Rodriguez, also the other realtor in the Punta Cana area, also is on the table. She does a hell of a job. Mr. Estacio, they're a master broker for like 8 properties. They have a deal with one of the builders in town, so they are the only real estate agency that can offer like the downtown units. They have 2 downtown units that they're the only realtor that can sell them. So that's why I go with both. All right. They don't share either, apparently. In US, they check credit. In DR, you are free to buy with cash. There you go. That's it exactly. We roll. Do you recall on Roblox that when it hits 110, the stock will drop? Look at it today. Uh-oh. Don't tell me. Wait, Roblox never hit 110, did it? All right, Gino Shimiente, we're going to have to go look at this. Let's go see what happened. Roblox, RBLX, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go look at this. What's it at? It's at 87. All right. Yes, we talk about stock market investing as well, ladies and gentlemen. So go down below. Get your free shares of stock from Robinhood and Webull. I have a link down below. And by the way, we're almost up to an hour. Please smash those like buttons. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel because we don't only talk about credit. We don't only talk about real estate investing. We talk about financial freedom. That's what we do here. All right. Nobody's stopping us. Not yet, anyhow. Okay, let's go. I'm going to put Roblox up on the screen. Here's what he's talking about. Okay. I don't know if it ever hit one. 99, 99. Oh, maybe intraday. It might have hit it intraday. And then drop back down to 90. It never, I remember it was over 100. So I don't know I didn't realize it never closed it. Oh, yeah, 52-week high, 103.87. I don't know where that was, but I knew it was over 100 before. Yeah, it's dropped back down to 87. But we're still up 25%. Well, no, I'm not up 25%. Well, wait a minute. Maybe we are. Let's see. I'm around 65 right here. Let's see what we are. 33% actually. I think I went over the Shimiente 20% rule. So I'm up 33% from the 65 number. Remember, guys, I was talking about at the time I wanted to buy at 65, so I waited. Luckily, it did come back down whenever it was back over here, March or so. So that was a good thing. But are you saying, Gino Shimiente, that it's going to go up to 110? Let me know. I smashed the like button. Thank you so much, Melanie Manita. I appreciate that. The beauty about DR is that now you can get loans to purchase properties. This incentivized a lot of U.S. investors. 10 years ago, it was all cash, and not too many people have that kind of dough. That's right. Exactly. We already know 70% of the population in the U.S. doesn't even have $1,000, let alone 70 grand or 80 grand or 120 grand. And so that's why it always kept everybody out. It blocked. And that's why, quite frankly, DR really didn't grow that much, because the United States is a consumer nation. And now people from all over the world are all in on this together because they realize they don't need credit checks either no more. So now you have people from Russia, people from Europe, people from South America, all coming over to DR because they're sitting there like 0%. I mean, this 0% interest for 2 to 3 to 4 years. And you're controlling assets that are going up in value because there's a supply and demand situation. There's a demand for these properties. All right. So they're able to charge more. I hate to keep saying it, but I always have to say it because Victor Marrero is ahead of all of us. He was able to get his Rock in 2018 is when he started. So he's had it for 3 years, but due to COVID, they couldn't finish it because they basically moved a year back. But he's benefited from this. He, like I said, I'll say it again for anybody who just arrived, $241,000 for a 2-bedroom was a lot for Punta Cana at the time. But it's on the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino grounds, golf course. So therefore, maybe it's not a lot, but 240 is a lot. So he took a risk. He put down the 50% over the last 3 years, which at the time, I guess that was their agreement. It had 50% of, so it must have been 230. So I keep saying 240, but must have been 230 because he owes like 115. And again, the properties went up to 330, 329 to 349. I'm pretty sure it's probably 350 to 400 by now. And by the time next year rolls around in June, when it actually is built, I have a feeling these are all going to be over 400 grand. So this man has literally almost 200, almost, he's going to almost have like $200,000, $150,000 worth of equity. All because he controlled property, all because he took a risk, because an investment is a risk. And he didn't wait around and he took the opportunity, seized the day. That's what you have to do when you have, in this case, we didn't have to use credit. We don't have to use credit in the DR. But he still seized the day, knowing at that particular time it wasn't in stone that he wasn't going to have to pay cash for it, because at that time you still were going to have to deal with that credit situation if you weren't going to pay cash. But now over the last 3 years, like he just said, you can get loans now. No problems. Roblox, it hit 103. I believe it's driving back to 110. That's cool. I'm sitting back with Roblox anyhow. I bought and sold AMC 4 times and made good profits. Gino Shimiente. That's right. That night when you bought it, 56, was it? No, it wasn't 56. 54. I think it was 54, 55. And you go, I'm selling when it goes up 20%. And I was just like, well, it'll go up to 60. And it sure did the next day or that Monday, because I think it was Friday Night Live. But yeah, it keeps rising up, rising down, and it's back down to 54 again. So let me know if you're buying at the 54 number or 53 number that it closed at today. Natty Boy Soldier. Check out RSLS, Reshape Life Sciences. Oh, welcome to the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for being here. RSLS, not familiar. RSLS, is that stocks? $6. Reshape Life Sciences. Obalon Therapeutics. Well, we're going to have to find out what they do. I like therapeutics. I don't have a problem with that. What's going on? Oh, 52-week high, 32 after hours. This thing shot up. Well, okay, it shot up a little bit. Almost $1 after hours. So that means there must have been some announcement. But it used to be, it's a medical device company. Manages and treats obesity, metabolic disease in the United States. All right, that's a thing. Might be needed. Price is right compared to $32 a share. So that may not be that bad. Thank you so much, Natty Boy Soldier. And like I always say, ladies and gentlemen, you might want to get that pen, pad, and paper ready, because you never know what gems are going to be dropped. This could be a gem, but are you going to do your due diligence? Because not only is credit an asset, remember, investing in yourself is an asset as well. So the more assets you put on top of each other, the better you'll be in the long run, especially when there's a case of emergencies. Every family has emergencies. So you can always sell assets. You can always borrow against assets. You can always do different things. But if you have no money and no assets and, catastrophe strikes, then you don't have a parachute. And like I said, 70% of the population does not have a parachute in the United States. That's not a good thing. But thank you so much, Natty Boy, for that info from Natty Boy Soldier. An entry from the Friday Night Live stream. Thank you so much for that, Victor. You get better benefits using loans versus cash to acquire properties. I agree. I like that. Yeah, we got to talk Victor out of paying cash for that. He's got to get a loan, especially since inflation is going to be over double digits. So why not take that 5-6% loan, right? Roblex won't hit 110 right now. It will be a while before it gets there. Yep, I agree with that. The key in U.S. private investor will give you the loan just at higher rate, and you've got assets. That's it exactly. In fact, let's talk about some credit loan guys out in California. Loanguys.com. They give hard money loans. Get this, 650 credit score. Nothing else. No. 650 credit score and multifamily properties, commercial properties. They won't do residential, but commercial properties. 650 credit score. You're in, damn near. All right, loanguys.com. Go check them out. Gino, did you see Nike and Uber? Yes, Nike and Uber, even though I sold my Uber, I think. Gino Shimmy, do you ever get Ring Central? When I mentioned it, that it will go to above 300, I bought it when it was at 269 and sold it. No, I don't think I got RNG. I don't think I did. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did not. Oh, and it's at 300. Just like Gino Chimiente said, it's right below, in the middle of its 52-week high and 52-week low. Right in the middle right now. Well, he did predict that just like a week and a half ago. Yep, there we go. I guess that met his 20. Did that meet your 20% threshold that you like? Let's see. I just like to check it out. Well, almost. I bought it when it was 269, sold it. So that's a short 10%, 10 to 15%. All right. Well, here we go. Gino Schimiente is doing like swing trading. He's taking those 10 to 15 to 20% takes. I can't be mad at him. That's a way to invest, ladies and gentlemen. You're seeing different ways to invest right here. He's investing in the stock market, taking 10 to 20% chunks at a time. You take 10% this month, 20% last month, and maybe he's taking another 10 to 20% from other stocks. It starts adding up where you're having 30, 40, 50% of profits on the table that you're bringing out of the stock market every month. That's another way you can do it, ladies and gentlemen. And speaking of credit, a lot of you already know about crypto, that you can borrow at 1% from Celsius Network. Some of you are new here. You may not know about Celsius Network, but if you're hodling crypto, you should be holding your crypto at Celsius Network, because you can have no credit check, no qualifying loans for 1%. You can borrow 25% loan to value on your crypto, and they'll give you 1% loan up to 36 months. I hope you're hearing me. So you have an asset, which is crypto. You park it over at Celsius Network. There's a link down below. And then you can sit there and say, you know what? I want to borrow 25% of that. And they will give you a 1% loan. You can pay it off anywhere from 6 months to 36 months. You choose. You pay interest only the whole time. Your last payment is the balloon payment. It can't get any better than that. No credit check, no qualifying. All right? Link is down below for Celsius Network to hodl your crypto there. All right? They have specials. Curtis Davis, agree. I'm on the fence for the remaining $115K on my property. Pay cash or get a loan and put the $115K in the market. Victor Marrero. Yeah, I'm with Curtis Davis on this. There is no way. What I mean by no way, that I'm going to, well, I'll say for me personally, I would spend $115K when you know you can just go to the bank and get a 6% note for $115K. And you already know that you're going to be renting your property. So therefore, you're going to use your property to pay the 6% anyhow, the interest anyhow. And what would your payment really be? $700 a month? That's it. You'll make that easily at your property. There's no way at 80, as we know now from Mr. Eustacio, it's 85% occupancy all year long. You're going to be in one of the premier locations at the Hard Rock is where your condo is. So there's no way. I would just take, because inflation is going to be, who knows? It's going to be double digits. So I don't see any reason for that. I would use the 115 to go buy me another multifamily property. That's what I would do. In fact, what's funny is that 115 can actually buy another condo in the DR or villa. For that matter, it can buy, in fact, you can buy 115,000 Conarock, 1-bedroom, fully furnished at Universe, Conarock Universe property, or 115. Hell, you can go buy downtown property. What was that? Was that 75,000 for a 1-bedroom downtown Punta Cana? I mean, you got options. So now you would have 2 properties for the same price you were going to pay for one, 2 rentals. So now exponentially you get double your money potentially, or money's coming in, whether it's from one property or the other. So you're not going to be stagnant. If you don't rent that one property, it doesn't mean you're not going to rent both. You know, so maybe you rent both, which will be the best of both worlds. But why pay the 115 when you can get the 6% by buying another property in the DR? Because I'd almost be leaning towards buying another property. Maybe not in the DR, but somewhere else that I'm going to have cash flow coming in off of that. So I don't really care about the 6%. but I have another property for the 115 bringing me some revenue. I'm sure others might chime in on this. Time's an asset. That's true too, Curtis Davis. Time is an asset, especially when you're doing 0%. You're controlling an asset at 0% for 2 or 3 years. You got to love that. In US, you need cash plus assets, but it matters the amount. The spread needs to be big enough. At 100K to 200K, you can do some damage. But under 80K, you're going to need to be smart and nimble. That's correct, Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial. That's how you got to do it, ladies and gentlemen. Because what we want to do is build up your credit, buy an asset. Because then you get yourself into a perfect situation. The first move, FHA, I will say this till I die. As long as they're giving out that 3.5% down payment, and as long as $100,000 means $3,500 and you're in, or $4,000 and you're in, and now you have assets that pay you, I mean, what more can you ask for? So if you can get it, that's the way to be. I'm always taking profits every day. When I see gains, I'm out. Gino Shimiente, taking the gains and leaving. Swing trading. M1 Finance, advertising, loan to value. They figure you have 100K in stocks. They are willing to slide you 20K at 2%. I took a look at an ad on website. Okay, that's some new info, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, you got to keep that pen, pad, and paper ready. Mr. Financial dropping some gems. I don't have M1 Finance. I have it, but I don't even open it because I never actually loaded any money on there to buy any stocks because I got Robinhood and Webull. Free stocks from Robinhood and Webull down below in the description, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to build up your credit with no hard inquiries, they're down below in the description. I almost messed up. Credit Strong, Self Lender, Tomo Credit Card, X1 on the wait list, Benjamin Finance on the wait list, One Finance right now for personal credit score. Down below is the link. Again, no hard inquiry for any of these. Then I have the videos down below in the description that helps you with shopping cart trick. I show you exactly how to do it on screen. So look at either one of those videos. They're Victoria's Secrets and Overstock. That's how you do the shopping cart trick. All right. But right here, this is what's going to happen with these fintechs. If you want to start utilizing credit, then you should start utilizing getting assets. That should be your concentration in 2021. There's no way around it. All right. So if you buy stocks, and now they're even doing it here, 20%. They're giving you 20% at 2%. That's interesting. If you have $100,000, they're going to give you 20% at 2%. That's nice. 2% is well below inflation, ladies and gentlemen. That's where you want to be. That's the sweet spot. When you're borrowing money, if it's underneath inflation by a lot, that's a lot. Inflation is double digits. I dropped a video on inflation this past week. You guys can check it out if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about. I dropped a video, I believe, Wednesday. Check it out. All right. That'll help you understand inflation and how it's siphoning off your wealth, how it's taking money out of your pocket. And that's why you have Gino Shimiente over here doing almost like swing trading. He's taking profits all the time because he's making 10% a week, 20% a week. That's not a year. That's like a week, a month. When you start taking, if you're able to take 20% per month, that's over 200% on your money over the course of a year. That's what you have to understand. If inflation is 11, 15%, and you have a loan of 2% or 6% or 7%, that means the money is getting cheaper for you. So it might have cost you $800 a month right now, but 2 years from now, it's like you're paying $600 a month because the price of everything went up. So again, you have to utilize your credit, ladies and gentlemen, the best way you can. But if anybody wants to tell me, why do you want credit so badly? Let me know. All right. Biotech, CUE. Okay. Wilson Koo knows that I like biotechs. Q Biopharma. 2014, not familiar. 52-week high, 26. They're right in the, 52-week low. It's right in the middle. Let's see, what are they doing? The machine learning model computed the value of the company. Okay, I can't get anything on them off the top, but this looks like another one. This is interesting. 6 analysts are saying it's going to get up to the median target of $30. That's very interesting. Agreements with Merck and Dome Corp. That's a good thing. Okay, well, that needs to be studied a little more. Wilson Koo dropping the gem of the CUE. All right, hold on. Let me start writing this down. I forgot CUE, RNG, and I missed that other one. I'm going to have to get reminded of the first one. The soldier. He gave me that $6 stock. Hold on, I know where it is. Let me go back. I'll go get it. RSLS. You got to check those out. Right? And then Roblox. RSLS. That's the one. Gonna have to check it out. Thank you, Wilson Koo. Appreciate it. Biotech Q about to get next phase of development in cancer therapy. Okay. That's a good thing. Cancer therapy. That's what we want to hear. We want cancer therapy. We want cancer to be knocked out. Yes, Curtis Davis. I took profits on Nike. It was up 20 just today. There we go. Gino Scimmiente, Johnny on the spot. Again, you see what we're doing. See what Gino Scimmiente is doing here with he's invested in himself, taking a risk in the stock market. He's studied the stock market. He's just not willy-nilly picking stocks. He's picking some very good stocks. And he's taking 20% in one, 10% in another, probably another 15 to 20 in another. He probably has taken just today alone, probably 50% in total. Ladies and gentlemen, you're not understanding how profitable this is. If you're taking 50% per month, if he's able to do this over a year, that's 600% on your money. Okay? Start thinking about this. This is why you have to diversify. You need some real estate. You need some assets such as stocks. You might even want a little bit of gold and silver. I don't know what's going on with gold and silver. It's a mystery, but it's not. It's being manipulated. Crypto, we don't know what's going on with crypto. It's only 12, 13 years old. So therefore, what happens when the economy goes crazy like it's gone? So he's taking his 10, 15, 20% daily, if possible, and running with the profit. So that's what you got to do, ladies and gentlemen, besides the credit. Early release as the unmet needs for that particular cancer. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. Gino, Nike hit all-time high, 155 a share. Yes, it did. I sold all my Bitcoins, make good profits, sold it at 51. Now is way down. Yeah, 30,000, 32,000, 35,000. Yep, I have to agree. I should have sold mine when it was 55 and 62, but I'm not thinking like Gino Scimmiente. But now I am. PayPal, a beast. Somebody called CNBC and said, should they sell? No, but heck no. The fintech quality. Yeah, do not sell fintechs. Let's see where this is going to play out. Unless you're Gino Scimmiente and the fintech goes up 20%, he will sell. And I can't blame him. That's profit. Even Jamie Dimon, jealous Square and other fintechs because PayPal, Square, SoFi empower you. Best of all, each OC respected. In case everybody doesn't know what OC is, that's ordinary citizens. OC respected, can grow to wealthy via intelligence. Exactly. Picking on my man Jamie Dimon again. Yeah, we got to always pick on him. This is the man that comes out with the FUD, depending on what he feels like. All of a sudden, he said, gold, silver was no good. Meanwhile, he was siphoning up all the gold. Well, not all the gold, all the silver over the last 3 years, hoarding it. And then, he was on crypto until last year. He was like, crypto's a joke. It's fraud. It's bogus. All of a sudden last year, well, wait a minute. It's all good now. So I like how I got to pick on them every now and then. But the fintechs are eating their lunch. It's about to eat their lunch because no longer do we have to be beholden to these banks that require us, that credit score, to be a certain number whenever they feel like it. 700 used to be good. 720 used to be good. Now they're like, no. We need 740, 750 now to give you the better credit products. I mean, they can change it whenever they want to. But now the fintechs have come out down below in the description. Tomo Credit, X1 Credit, Benjamin Finance, One Finance, and others. Grow Credit helps you build your credit. All the links are down below. And all those guys aren't going to require credit to get loans and lines of credit. That's the beauty of it. So people are bypassing them. So instead of having your paycheck go to Chase or Wells Fargo or Bank of America and you get nothing for it, you have your money going into One Finance, right? For instance, yes, the link for One Finance down below. You have your money going into One Finance, and then they give you a line of credit based on how much money you are depositing every paycheck. How about that? That's nice. Tomo Credit. They check your bank account, and then they say, here's a line of credit, and then we're going to report to the credit bureaus. But it's no hard inquiry. See, this is what's coming, ladies and gentlemen. I do have other videos. Varo, Money, there's a bunch. Oh, Tesla and Snap showed up this week. That's right. Here we go. Gino Scimiente had his sideways movement for the last 3 months. Maybe we're going to start having an increase. I just saw the new Hummer being on display today. All EV, talking about it's coming out in 2024, even though it's out right now. And it can move sideways. They can move the wheel sideways. It's the crab. And the roof can come off. Yeah, it's pretty sporty. It's pretty cool. And it's an EV. All electric. I do pharma and biotech as I can see information on where they're heading with their product pipeline and the research. And then I get info backed up by other traders. There we go, Wilson Koo. Thank you for that information. I'm going to leave this up on the screen because look at what his studying and what his due diligence is, part of his due diligence for when he's investing in these biotech and pharma companies. I'm going to leave it up there. Invest in yourself is what we're talking about ultimately. Credit is an asset. Everybody wants it. But what are you going to do with it? Are you going to use it the right way? And then are you going to invest in yourself by studying how to get better credit, how to utilize your credit so you can buy assets? And we're giving them to you here at Stop Struggling Now right now. That's how we do it. You guys might have noticed I like using that Stop Struggling Now right now. All right. That's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to set you up, get you in position, because next 2 years is going to be pivotal for a whole bunch of people in America. If you haven't already started your extra streams of income, you have to start doing it now. All right. And by the way, we're an hour and 27 minutes in. Please smash that like button. And if you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel, because not only do we talk about stock market investing, not only do we talk about credit, and we also just don't talk about real estate. We talk about other things as well. Oh yeah, crypto. You know that's going to be a thing. Every now and then we talk about gold, silver, precious metals. We talk about that too. You know, general conversations. We talk about how to make you better. Get your finances a little better. It's the best place to be in the stock market. That is the best way to make money today. Take your cash. That's right. Gino Scimiente. I can't say enough. If you're getting free money, you have to use your money to make some money. You have to take a risk. But that's why you do your due diligence, and that's why you come here on Friday night, on Monday night, on Wednesday night, because you never know when somebody's going to drop you some gems. Now, I'm going to say something else, because Gino Scimiente is the one that told me about Chipotle. CMG, I love Chipotle. I have some of that. That's for life. And quite frankly, because I like how they're expanding. I would never sell, even though they go up 20, 30%. All right. What's up, Eric? CCIV on the way up. Ronald Anderson, welcome to the Friday night live stream with the icon next to your name. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, EVs might be on the rise, like I said, because Hummer came out with their EV today. Well, I don't know if it was today, but anyhow, I saw a video on it today, and I was like, oh, 13.4 5.4-inch screen in the middle. The top pops off that you can take off and put in the front because the front now has space because there's no engine there. So they take the top off each section because there's two sections, one in the front, one in the back, and the passengers in the back, and one's in the front. You can take the top off, put in the front with space left over. Yeah, it's going to be pretty badass. 4x4 can raise it up. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Now, the question is it going to be $130,000? That's the question. I don't know what the price point's going to be, but if it's under 100, then it's a winner. But CCIV, that's right. We're holding on to the EVs. I'm not selling. Just because the EVs went up, yes. Ronald Anderson, since you've been here with us through the journey, you might have bought an EV company under $10. Just because they went up 50 and dropped to 30, I'm still not selling because EVs are the future. I'm holding on. Hold on. There's something I missed. Palantir and AI up 4% this week. I'm holding all those. In fact, I bought more AI because I bought at the IPO. So my price is over $100, I believe, still. I still haven't gotten it under 100 yet. So I need to buy some more AI. Palantir, we got at the IPO. So it was 21, I believe it was under the IPO. And it's last I looked, it was 25, 26. But, you know, that's what it is. Buy more WFC. That's Wells Fargo, ladies and gentlemen. He's right about that. You need to get some more bank stocks. WFC is just as good as Bank of America as far as I'm concerned. Inflation's coming. That means they're going to give out in interest or going to increase. Banks are going to do well. And they're getting infrastructure, PPP money. Infrastructure bill just happened. Biden announced that the $1 trillion package is happening. At Ronald, yes. All you have to do is wait. They're coming. That's right. We're waiting. We're waiting. We got ours. In fact, it's still not too late. I would submit to a lot of people to buy some more of the EVs while it's still cheap. GM, Ford is EV companies. You don't have to buy the CCIVs and the NEOs and all that, but I would suggest getting in. I'm holding, but I like the WFC. We got WFC when it dropped to 23.24. In fact, this is a bank, Wells Fargo, so we'll show people what we're talking about. Let's see where Wells Fargo's at now. I'm not selling either way. It doesn't even matter what it is. All right, 46. So here it was last year, 24, 25. It dropped down here, 22, 21. So there was another opportunity. As you guys know, we were always on top of it. And the thing is, they give out dividends at this price point. The dividend is 0.86. They reduced their dividend due to COVID. But that was a good thing. That just makes their stock even more valuable. 52-week high, $48. So there you have it. They're at their all-time 52-week high. And it's probably going to go higher. So that's what he's talking about. We've been talking about Wells Fargo for the last year and a half. We were talking about Exxon. In fact, I haven't even looked at this because I'm not selling this one either, even though I got profits galore. Here's XOM, 64. You guys can see right here, 52-week low is 31. So it's doubled. And they still paying us dividends. And by the way, I did not post for members of the channel. I might as well tell everybody I normally post when dividends are issued. MJ, that's the Mary Jane fund. For weed, MJ, they gave out dividends yesterday. All right. So Curtis Davis reemphasizing NEO, Ford, GM, so sweet. The EV, that's it exactly. The Hummer sweet. I wouldn't it be so awesome if it was 70 grand or 60 grand or 50 grand? That'd be so awesome. But something tells me it's not going to be that much. I mean, not that cheap. Something tells me it's going to be Tesla prices. But they did say in 2 years, so who knows what's going to happen in 2 years. But I think when it comes to the EVs, what I like is VW, which is Porsche, by the way, and Ford and GM. The thing that I like about them, is that they already have a distribution channel worldwide. So are they going to have to sell their cars for as much as Tesla sells theirs? That's where the rubber meets the road, because nobody's going to care if one EV can go 550 miles and the other EV goes 450. Nobody's going to care about that because you have charging stations. And by the time this all rolls out in 2 years, you're going to have fast chargers. All right? People aren't going to have to wait around 30, 45 minutes. It's going to be an anomaly to wait around that long. So I think things are going to get crazy when that happens. Mr. Rock Bottom. Yay. Hey, you know what? The thing is, you were right here with me. A lot of people here with the icons and people watching this was here Friday nights last year when we were talking about WFC. And when I bought it at 23, I believe it was 22. And then when it dropped below that one time, it pressurized. It went back down when Saudi Arabia and Russia was doing their thing, and it went under 23. So right then and there, I said, hey, you got to buy some more or get in now. So everybody was right here. No excuses. Everybody was right here when NAT, DHT was giving out dividends of like 15 to 20%. And by the way, NAT, Nordic American Tanker, gave out dividends last week for the first time in like 7-8 months. So that was beautiful. And the stock price increased. You guys were all here when we were talking about 5G, right? Here we go again. In fact, since he given me this name, Mr. Rock Bottom, let's go with this. You guys know we were talking about Nokia last year, right? 52-week low, $3. All right. So again, last year in March and April and May, it was I think it was around $4. So right here at the end of November, it went down into the threes again. We were saying time to get some more. And then it spiked up, but that doesn't matter. It's rising. They made a deal with AT&T. All right. So again, your dollar cost average could have been like $3. Now, I know Gino Chimiente sitting there right now going, wait a minute. I would have made more money on that too, because it would have went up 10, 20% a couple of times and he would have bought and sold. So there's something to be said. Depending on your strategy, you can make money all the time. All right. Okay. Got divided on B of A, McDonald's today. That's all right. Hey, you can't go wrong with either one. Moses TV. I mean, you got to be in a bank, right? You got to be in banks, right? What am I put BOA, it's BAC, but yeah, you got to do banks. That's just the way it is. Their 52-week lows, 22, and now they're up to 4. See, all bank, B of A and Wells Fargo, they track almost the same. All right. And their dividend yield is higher than Wells Fargo at 1.7, which is minor, but still, it's still giving dividends, and their stock appreciated double. So we got to love that, right? So we're still winning on both. So McDonald's, you can't go wrong. I mean, they're like I don't even know. I don't have McDonald's though, quite frankly. So let's go see. 236. They're almost at their 52-week high. And once again, they're always going to be doing good, in my opinion, because this is what I'm talking about when it comes to assets, ladies and gentlemen. The reason why all the food companies are always going to do good, like McDonald's, people say it's a food company. I say it's a real estate company. The reason why is because years in advance, they have picked locations that they're going to buy, and they bought the land. Then when the traffic gets there, then they sit there and say, okay, we're building our units now. Then they charge the franchisee an arm and a leg. But the franchisee gets to make money because they picked the spot and knew what was going to happen in the area, because they went down to the building departments and they know what the roads that are going to be built, the traffic flows. So they already have the real estate already in hand. And here's the beauty of it. If inflation goes up, it does not matter. So the Big Mac, instead of it being, I don't know what it is, $2.50, let's say, it doesn't matter. If the cost of the bun and the burger and everything goes up, so what? They'll just tell you, well, it's now $2.80. You're going to pay it, right? That's just the way it is. So they don't miss out on the inflation part. So keep that in mind. That's why McDonald's, especially, and now I call Chipotle, I call them the same, because Chipotle is under a smaller footprint. Look at this. I know Gino Chimiente's loving this. 52-week high is $15.79. So they've got movement. And I treat them just like I treat McDonald's. And I do have CMG, thanks to Gino Chimiente, even though I came in late. I think I was around, what was that, like 6 months ago or something? I can't remember. It was around 13 or 14, something like that. I can't really remember at the time. All I know, it was like, I think it was around 14 or so. It was low 14s or upper 13s. But either way, that's what we're talking about. Taking a risk, doing what you need to do. Robbie D from Philly is in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And he has the icon next to his name. What's up, Eric? Glad I caught you tonight. Just gave my family a DJ set for the weekend. That's right, DJ Robbie D from Philly. Right on, man. Glad you made it. Thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate it. Ford got 3 EVs. Wow. Volkswagen, Hyundai. Oh, yeah. Hyundai's got a sweet one coming as well. So here's the thing. What I want to know is, this turns out to be Tesla against the establishment, right? CCIV versus the establishment. And like I said, the establishment never was sleeping. They were just silently doing their own little EV works, siphoning off Tesla workers. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's they're coming out, and they made a commitment to doing EVs. Now, Ford and GM are different. They just said all our cars are going to just be EV. I don't know if that's a smart move, quite frankly. We still haven't solved I guess they're going to combine with BMW and put out their own charging network or something. I don't know. Or, hey, let's call it a dealership what a dealership is. That could be a charging station. Roll to the dealerships. Hey, have a universal agreement. BMW and Ford have an agreement, by the way, for EVs. They have some sort of deal with EVs. I don't know about charging, but if BMW, Ford, and 2 or 3 other companies make an agreement where they're going to have the charging plug the same, and then they go, oh, we'll just have all the charging stations at all of our dealerships. That would narrow down a lot of distance between charging. CMG is going higher, over 2,000. This one I'm holding. This one, I got it at $379. It's the best company. They're doing everything right. Tell me about it, Gino Chimiente. I wish I would have invested in them a long time ago as well. But I'm not mad at you. I'm at that same, like I said, I'm at the 1390s or 1405s. I can't remember the amount. I might have bought 2 different times, but it's in that ballpark. And I'm sitting back waiting because they have a smaller footprint than any store. And I love how they do everything. Their footprint is small. They don't really treat it like a sit-down restaurant. So you only need employees to cook the food and hand out the plates, and you're out. So you generally only need like 5 to 6 people. The profit from each plate, bowl, or wrap is astronomical, because all the ingredients are just simple products. There's nothing extravagant that they need to do other than the guacamole. And even then, what does that take? A mixer, a blender, and so everything they have is easy to make, simple, out the door, 5 minutes or less. Each person is roughly about a 30 to 40 second order, and you roll around. Assembly line. Gotta love it. I love it too. GM partnering with Sunoco and Chevron to create EV at all stations. There you go. There we go. Thank you, Curtis Davis. It's inevitable. It's inevitable that that's going to happen. So while Elon was running around with ChargePoint and all these guys making up their own charging stations along the freeways and the highways and back roads and trying to get it all out there, these guys are just like, wait, everywhere there's a gas station, we'll just hook up. There we go. And that's the power of GM, Ford, Volkswagen, and any other major car manufacturer, because their friends are Sunoco and Chevron and the gas stations. That's their friends, right? They have a vested interest, no matter how you slice it, because some of these car companies are still going to make vehicles with engines in them. Maybe not GM, maybe not Ford, but BMW, Volkswagen, Porsche, Volvo, you name it, whoever, Hyundais, Toyotas, and all them guys, they're not going all EV. So, and I'm not even surprised by that. What I'm surprised by is that none of the car companies so far that I know of has made an agreement to use the same charging point. You know, like Android and Apple have different charging tools. That's what I'm talking about. I'm surprised that Ford, GM, Chevys, BMW, all these guys didn't band together and be like, okay, we're all using the same plug. And now we can go to Sunoco and Chevron together. You know what I'm saying? Or for that matter, ExxonMobil, Wawa's, 7-Elevens. I mean, the sky's going to be the limit, and ultimately there's going to be charging stations at all these places. There's just no way around it. That's what's going to happen. Makes sense. ViaCyte is a privately owned regenerative medicine company that's partnered with CRISPR Therapeutics. Okay, CRISPR we've heard of. About to get next stage approved for their type 1 diabetes. Probably means CRISPR will get I know what you're saying. A bump. Exactly it will. Yes, it will. Ladies and gentlemen, it looks like I did it again. 1 hour and 48 minutes in. Please smash the like button. I'm sorry. I actually clicked on the screen to go out instead of checking out CRISPR. So we're going to have to get back to it. I was sitting there talking about CRISPR. Can't get it. Let me go look it up. I have to go look it up. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Again, I know you lost. I lost you. I clicked on the screen out instead of going to the CRISPR stock like I was trying to. It's all right. I haven't done that in a while, but it happens. All right, let me go see CRISP. Yeah, it's 142, 140, 140. All right, so here's where we are. It's that's not the, it's why can't I get this right? CRISPR. That's not the, is that what it is? Okay, so you guys can see it on the screen. CRISPR, but that's not the code for it. I don't know. It's CRSP. That's what it is. CRSP. C as in Charles, R, S as in Sam, P as in Paul. Wilson Koo dropping some more gems. So thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you better have your pen, pad, and pencils ready. Just never know. All right. Maria G's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here on the Friday night. I appreciate it. Here it is. Like button, people. Like button. Thank you so much for that. That's right. We have to have the YouTube algorithm, the YouTube gods, who's been suppressing the SSN nation. Straight up suppression. Straight up oppression. Straight up repression. Whatever you want to use, that's what they've been doing against the SSN nation, so people can't find out how to better themselves, how to financially better themselves. And we're giving you the sauce all right here. Because why? You don't need the credit. If you do need the credit, then we say, here's what you do. Do the 3.5% down. We tell you how to do investments. We give you options. We're telling you how to do it. We're not saying here's a course, because this is the no guru zone if you're new here. No guru zone. That means no courses. We just tell you like it is. And then it's up to you to study a little bit further and feel comfortable and do your due diligence. And there we go. You win. WFC will increase their dividend soon. Yes, I heard about that, Gino Shimiente. That's correct. And that's the beauty of it. Their stock price is doubled, and then they're going to increase their dividend. So we might be over 2% maybe. But still, I like dividends. I love it. Also, AI biotech, LTRN Immuno, I've heard of. All right. So everybody, you're going to have to go do this due diligence on the LTRN and Immuno. But again, these are all biotechs and AI biotechs. I like the AI Immuno, by the way. In fact, let me go check out Immuno. Let's go look at Immuno. It's not immune. Yeah, there we go. IMMU 87, 57. Let's see. I didn't pull it up. IMMU. That must be it. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Where's the IMMU? So we don't have it. So is this no? It's on the NASDAQ. What's happening here? Oh, that's Motley Fool. All right. Yeah, Muno's done kicked up. IMMU, it's up 4,500% over the last 4 years. Wow, that's impressive. That's impressive. All right, BB or BlackBerry got interesting story. Execs pay tied to $16 a share. Who would have figured stock 3 times in 3 years since 2018? You got that right. I wouldn't have. BlackBerry's been like a black hole. But for some reason, they're still alive. Embark. Oh, yeah. All software for autonomous trucks coming. Integrates with any truck. Domino's going autonomous. 2024 going to be fun. That's right. 2 years from now, autonomous driving with the stocks, ladies and gentlemen. We've been talking about this as well. There's Embark. There's a bunch of companies. Ford was in on autonomous. In fact, BMW and Ford's on autonomous. They invested in some other company. That's what they did. I couldn't remember exactly, but now I remember. So again, suppliers, lithium batteries, all this is going to come into play with EV markets. Ford, new Mustang is an EV model also. That's correct. Chipotle headquarters in Newport Beach, California. Beautiful. That's right. That's it. California company, and they're still there. People are saying the new Mercedes, new electric car. We'll see. Yeah, we're going to see. Mercedes always kind of funky, but hey, you know they're going to have to come with it. They have no choice. MCD spinned off CMG, if you did not know, years ago. No, I did not know that, Gino Shimiente. I did not know. Holy smokes. Wow. We lost you. Yeah. Tiffany Young says, uh-oh, no, the YouTube gods didn't get me. It was my own fault. I hit the screen to go out instead of hitting the screen to go to the stock. Hide and seek. That's right. I sent you an email about Ford, BMW merger for a solid battery that will work both of these companies' vehicles. There you go. There you go. Thank you, Moses TV. Thank you. You also sent me that. I knew there was so much. I couldn't remember exactly what I was missing, but that right there is important. Solid state battery is what it was. That too, the merger. All right. I like it. This is no surprise to me. I believe ultimately there's going to be strange bedfellows in the marketplace when it comes to vehicle manufacturer for cars, because together they're going to sell millions. They have the distribution networks already in place. All they have to do is get the price down to where you go, okay, 40 grand for this car, and it's an EV, and it goes 450 to 550 miles on a single charge. Once that comes into play, it's a wrap. EVs are going to be here to stay, and they're going to be selling millions of them. And the whole EV ecosystem is going to also transpire, meaning, are you now going to have solar panels to offset the increase of your electric service at the house? Are you going to have some solar storage at the house? So we could be moving that way, especially for southern states to get a lot of sun. I don't know how this is going to work when it's wintertime up in the Northeast, the Midwest, and Canada and all that. I don't know how that's going to work. SPC up 35%, got approval for FAA, ahead of Blue Origin to fly, U.S. Citizen Space. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go again. We were talking about space last year. It's a thing. SPCE. Once again, thank you, Mr. Financial, Curtis Davis. And thank you, Moses TV, for sending me those articles. In fact, you sent me another one today. I appreciate it. FAA ain't no joke. Drones are coming too. That's right. UAVS, we already know about that. You guys know about UAVS. That was a drone company. And Amazon got approval like 6-7 months back, maybe even 8-9 months back. Other companies are going to get approval for flying drones around to drop off your packages, which is going to be interesting and weird. But that could be the way of the world. So you guys got to be on top of this. And again, the storyline here was, why do you want credit so badly? Nobody's actually vouching for why they want credit so badly, other than to buy real estate so far. Andreen Miller's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream with the icon next to your name. I thank you for having that icon. Hi, Eric and the SSN family. Thank you so much for being here once again. I appreciate it. Melanie Bonita. So are you saying that we need to get our Teslas now before the price increase dramatically? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you need to hold off on getting your Tesla at all, because these other car manufacturers already made a promise. GM, Ford, Volkswagen, they already make EVs. But in 2 years, I'm anticipating the EVs to be half price of Tesla's models. So if Tesla still is selling their models for like 80, 90, and over 100 grand, there's no way that Ford and GM are going to, and Hyundai and all these guys are going to be selling their vehicles at 70 grand. No way. They're going to be selling their vehicles for under 50, in my opinion. So that means I'm waiting. No Tesla for me. I'm sitting back for a minute. Because as we all know, do you really want to pay for the research and development part? Because that's what, just like the pharmaceutical companies, right? The reason why they charge a lot of money for the meds in America is because they claim that their research and development cost them millions. So how do you get back those millions from the research and development? You charge the people getting it right now a hell of a lot more until that knockoff drug comes, which is usually a tenth of the price. So that's how it's going to work with the cars as well. Same thing, no difference. So no Tesla right now. No, get the Neo equivalent of Tesla, which are looking. Wilson, I like that. Yeah, Neo. I'm afraid this delay on doing what they need to do is actually gonna. I just don't like what they're doing. These guys came out with the perfect platform where they could have bought up land or done what they could have retrofitted all these gas stations that closed down. They have the battery that they can swap, a battery swap, which means a person comes in, the battery swaps automatic in 5 minutes, and then you drive off just like you're filling up with gas. So I was like, okay, that's cool, but they told us this 2 years ago. So the fact that they're delayed and they're not getting to market, that now means that just like we have that deal, GM has a deal with Sunoco and Chevron. Now that means people are going to be able to roll up to Sunoco and Chevron and get their charge. And who knows, in 2 years, that GM charge might be 5 minutes. It could be 10 minutes. So now that battery swap thing that takes 5 minutes is no longer an advantage. But what I do like is the battery swap is an advantage because of this. Imagine if I have a battery that goes 400 miles. I make a new battery that can go 700 miles. Now all my cars are automatically upgraded to the 700-mile range because we're going to put the 700-mile range battery in the car. Meanwhile, all the rest of the vehicles where it's on board, you can't upgrade your battery pack. So that's something that NIO has, and I like it, but I don't see them going forward getting that real estate that they're going to need. They need these stations that they can swap batteries, and they should be on that already. Let me make a call to them. Got it. Thank you. Thank you, Melanie Menina, for asking. Kroger's is starting to test drone grocery delivery, so I heard on the news radio. That's right, Tiffany Young. That's exactly right. All the companies are coming. Because why? I don't have to pay anybody. That's out the equation now. Think about it. That $12 an hour or $11 an hour, that health insurance or partial health insurance, that FICA, all that insurance, in case somebody gets hurt, medical, gone. We'll just have a drone drop it. And however long the drone gets there, it really doesn't matter. Programmed. It's beautiful. Getting my credit together so I can apply at Loan Guy. I got assets to buy. That's right, Moses TV. You're going to have assets to buy, my man. And you're going to have plenty of assets to buy once the shakeout comes from the real estate market and this inflation kicks in. It's going to be an interesting thing. So if you can start getting something in 2021, I would suggest jump on it. It's true. R&D for pharmaceutical and biotech products are costing that adds to end price, but their patients are usually expiring in about 5 to 7 years. Exactly. Exactly. That's why they always make money. Amazon has a drone that can drop off a 60K package. Exactly. Exactly. Amazon's already ahead of the game. You know, Jeff Bezos doesn't like to pay employees. And he doesn't like to give them a day off either. So you know good and well, he's straight up on the drones. They tested it in Singapore. I believe you. This is a thing. Amazon, the tech companies, they get to test things because they get – look, I can't take it when I start thinking about it in my head, how you get subsidies from the United States government, meaning the taxpayers are paying the subsidies for the Amazons, the Walmarts, the Fords, the GMs, the oil companies, the water companies, the propane companies. I mean – we're paying subsidies to these companies who make billions of dollars. Why is that? That's just sickening. Just sickening. Siphoning off our wealth, the ordinary citizens, the OCs, to give to these guys that are billionaires. It just doesn't make sense. That's why we have to take control of our own environment, our own financial streams of income. That's why I always say nobody's coming to save you. All right. So you got to get your assets. So that's why your assets are credit is an asset. You got to build up your credit over time, but you don't have to do it like today. But if you do build up your credit, then you want to buy assets, things that make you money. You want to reverse all this nonsense that's in your brain that they taught you over the last 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, whatever the case may be. Think about it. The younger you are, the more advantages you may have at the moment because now you understand what you should be buying and what you should not be buying. You should not be buying cars unless those cars are generating you revenue. You should not be buying a house unless you have another house that's generating revenue that's going to pay for that house. All right? Insulate yourself. So then if you have a job, you make money from your job. Then if you have assets, you make money from those assets. You combine them together. That's a big duffel bag of cash. If you only have one, which is you working for it, then that's a small duffel bag of cash, and it's going to take you a lot more time to get where you need to go if you already used your credit card for a house and a car, and now your debt to income ratio is now out of whack for other assets. Now, if you have a house and the price goes up, then now you can use your home equity line of credit to unlock some of that equity and then go buy an asset that generates revenue. But I'm saying reverse that. Buy the asset that generates revenue first. Then you don't care because now you have money coming in that you can go to bed at night and you know you have money coming in. That same money you can use for your new home that you want to buy. All right? So think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of love. There's a petition to not let Bezos come back from space. People are crazy. Yeah, I know. I know. It was funny. They're looking for adding substations that are in neighborhoods where they can ship items within an hour. That's right. They're already doing it. Like I said, I was driving through the ATL like 3-4 weeks ago, and I happened upon Amazon distribution center. It's in a neighborhood, but it's right off the freeway and hidden. There's no sign or anything. I just saw a bunch of trucks lined up, and I was like, what are all these Amazon trucks doing over here? And then you looked around some trees, and all of a sudden there was like a warehouse back there, little depot. I was like, okay, this is smart. This is what's going to happen because they want to get things to you same day. So Amazon's a big juggernaut. First it's Walmart, then it's Amazon. Who's going to compete against these guys? Then there's Target. There's not much room left. All right? Not much room left. Yeah, that petition is funny. They were like, let them stay there. I'm like, hold on, man. I want to extract some funds. I hate to say it. It sounds like a socialist situation, extracting funds from people. But my thing is this. If you're getting subsidies of hundreds of millions of dollars, they don't pay it back. It's not like they're paying it back. And then they have stocks that they didn't pay for. So I'm like, this is crazy. And they're not paying their employees. This is crazy. That's why I'm like, yeah, I'm like with the rest of the people. You know, you can take a ride and not come back. But I need to know where that 40, 50, 60 billion dollars is that you can pay back to this USA citizens for giving you your money all them years you were not profitable. And even right now giving you money. The Walmart family, billions of dollars a year in profits. Still get subsidies from the government. Elon Musk, all his companies get subsidies. I wish mom and pops got subsidies like these guys. A whole bunch of businesses would be very successful if they got even $100,000 a year for 15 years. Come on. Amazon wasn't even profitable for 15 years, damn near. That's what makes me mad. He was interviewed recently. He was talking about 30-minute delivery from, order received. That would be, they're changing the game right there. They're really changing the game. That's the only thing that can happen. Remember, we had this discussion about a month ago when on a live stream I was talking about efficiency. Hold on. I'm going to have to get some water, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, we're 2 hours in on the Friday Night Live. Please smash that like button. And some of you who just now came in, I did do something a little bit differently. Over my shoulder, I still didn't get it right. This shoulder, you can see an outline of Emerging Millionaires t-shirt. And then you can see this other one. Hard work equals entrepreneur. I figured I'd hang them up in case you came new. Instead of the shoe rack sitting back here in this little room. I said, okay, might as well put some gear up. That's right, we have gear at stopstrugglingnow.com. You can go buy your SSN Nation gear. But yeah, the efficiency is what's going to change the whole game over the next 2 years. Efficiency is going to be the thing. That's who's going to win. So now you're going to have that 30-minute delivery, because remember, Walmart and grocery stores already have their delivery type services going on right now. So Amazon has more products, and now they're going to deliver more products in a shorter time frame. So now a person doesn't even have to leave their house. Are you going to drive across town to get some, not across town, but are you going to drive to anywhere? Target, Best Buy, all these stores that might be 20 minutes away, and you can just look at your phone and go, order, and it's here within 30 minutes? Are you really going to leave the house? I don't think so. I'm not. If I ordered products and they said it's going to be here in 30 minutes, I'm not going out the house. I'll sit here and just tap the phone. All right? Keep that in mind, because Walmart already put the first salvo on there when they had, you can pick up at the Walmart location, and you could have stuff shipped to Walmart for free and pick it up, usually within 1 day or 2 days. Amazon's going, forget all this now, next day Prime and 2 day and all that. They're like same day. In fact, Amazon already has same day in some cities. Amazon has the worst COVID-19 issues in their warehouse. Exactly, Wilson Koo. He don't care about that. But he's going to space, though. Get your awesome gear now. Crown me. That's right. Thank you so much. In fact, here goes some more. No fear, no excuses. Comes in gray and blue. But on the website, I believe we only have blue left, so I have one of the rare pieces. But we have blue ones as well. Navy blue. StopStrugglingNow.com, or down below underneath the description, you have the Teespring merch shelf showing. So you can do that. Today, MGM, Venetian, Caesar Palace are overbooked. 10,000 people for buffet at $60 a plate. In 2007, it was $25 a plate. Inflation, OC screwed. That's right. That's exactly right. In 2007, when I was playing poker, yeah, that's exactly right. At the, MGM, Caesars, if you had the buffet in the evening time, $25, $30. I mean, the buffets are nice, but they were $25, $30. If they're up to $60, holy smokes. That is incredible. $60 buffet in Vegas. Woo! Okay, once again, that's inflation, ladies and gentlemen. The cost of everything cost double, I guess, from 2007 and 8 and 9. So, once again, I don't know what to tell you. You better get your assets that can pay you inflationary rates, inflationary numbers. MGP REIT stock owns all land under MGM, other Vegas properties, and expanding. Let's go look at this. Let me go look at this. Go look at this, because this is priced right. If you guys, this is priced, this, if you're talking about MG, yeah, this is what you're talking about. Yeah, 52-week high, by the way. But 5.5% dividend even at this number. Love it. Love it. That's a gem right there. That's a gem. And here's another gem, courtesy of Mr. Financial. Here goes another one, MoneyGram. Even though you see it down for the day, look at this. MGI. Mr. Financial was talking about this over a year ago. Finally, myself got in like 6 months ago. We're loving life. Gino Shimiente, 91%. I know he's sitting there shaking his head going, Eric, you need to sell. He's like, you need to sell, Eric. That's 91%. Get your profit and go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is another one, and there's reasons why MGI, which is MoneyGram, they already have a place. They're already in place, as you know, to send money back and forth, and they already have stations all over the world. So that allows fintechs to use MoneyGram. All right? So think about it. So no surprise that it's almost 100% in 6 months. We're loving life right now. All right? But I'm not selling Geno Chimiente. I think the price needs to go even higher. Even though, well, $11.86 is the 52-week high. So we're not there yet. Right? All right. Yes, I've gotten some same-day deliveries from Amazon recently. Most have been next day. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I've gotten same-day once or twice, but most of the time you're right. I have Amazon Prime, which is another one of their vehicles that makes them $1 gazillion. That 120 a year, 112 a year. I can't remember what we pay, but it's worth it to me. No shipping, and I do use Amazon for a lot of stuff. Especially when I look at Amazon. If I need something in the next day or 2 or 3, I just go to Amazon to see if it's available first. And if it's available for next day, same day, or 2 day, I grab it. Because they have low prices. If I don't need it today, it's a low price because they beat up their suppliers. That's what they do. All right, 2 hours and 16 minutes in. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. And please smash the button so the YouTube guys know that we're here and we have a live stream rolling. All right, 2 hours and 16 minutes. And so far, nobody's put up a good reason why you want to keep buying and keep getting credit so badly. All right. Hopefully, we've given you some ways where you can avoid that trap. And down below in the description are a bunch of no hard inquiry credit options to help boost your credit score. It's that simple. All right. We have of course, Credit Strong, Self Lender, Tomo Credit Card, Benjamin Finance, the One Finance, which is the new fintech company that if you have your paycheck going into One Finance account, they give you a line of credit. No credit check required. All right. Tomo Credit Card, no credit check. They link with your bank, and then they give you a line of credit or a credit card based on whatever. I don't know what their criteria is for the amount they give you, but they give you a line of credit, and they report to the credit bureaus. That's right, Tomo Credit. X1 and Benjamin Finance have not come out yet. They have a wait list, so go get them. Credit AI. I don't have a link down below. You're going to have to Google it. Credit AI. All right. That also reports to one credit bureau at the moment. But again, no credit check, no hard inquiry. Credit.ai. And you can only get it on an app. It's not on the desktop, but you have to go credit.ai, I believe it is. It's crazy. Next day, Amazon. Hard to believe. Yes. Actually, not only next day, same day. They have same-day delivery in some markets, mostly major cities. Amazon's won the monopoly game. That's right. They're trying to win it. They're trying to win it, which is kind of funny because Walmart and Amazon are almost parallel. And I find it very interesting. Walmart stocks Asian, Vietnamese, Thailand, Mexico products. Amazon sells those, well, same or similar products, but they get their products from third world countries, and then they put them in their stores. One's an online and one's actually you can go to. Walmart, on the second half of the equation, they have grocery stores now because they're all super Walmarts. So they're getting some of that 10, 15, 20% grocery profit money. And they're dealing with the other thing. And they also have delivery. And they also have same-day pickup at the store. So they're along the same lines, and the prices aren't that far off. So there's something to be said when somebody says, I want to go to the store. That's fine. But Amazon is making a claim, and they're setting up themselves to be where now, if you start doing this within 30 minutes, now people are even going to start going, why am I going to Walmart and Target? That's what's crazy about this. And they could actually do it because they have billions of dollars. They can do it. On paper money, they have billions of dollars revenue that they didn't have to earn. It's just paper that they're going to be able to turn into cash. Remember, Amazon shares are $3,300 a share. It's pretty up there. Lots of love. My friend could not get a loan at Bank of America. He won a lawsuit for $75K. They offered him a $50K card. It's laughable. That is funny. That is funny. That's disgusting. That's disgusting in reality. They were like, hold on, he got $75K in the bank now. Oh, wait, now he's eligible. But before he wasn't eligible for nothing. JD is blowing up over last year too. That's right. JD is another stock, ladies and gentlemen. You have to look at that. That's something my girl, Kathy Wood from ARK Invest. Yeah, that's another company that's similar to Amazon. Blowing up as well. 31%. Yep. My girl, Kathy Wood, that's her thing. Chinese e-commerce giant JD. Yep. They're getting some of that American money. You got to give them credit. Hey, Eric, why did you decide not to invest at the beach project? I read today their condo maintenance fee will be $150 per month. It looks like they will have a lobby also. Okay. Quite frankly, the reason why I didn't invest in the beach, in case anybody doesn't know, there's this project that I loved originally called The Beach at Punta Cana City. You can Google it, or you can check out some of the Punta Cana videos we have here at the Stop Struggling Now channel. But here's the thing. The beach has that lagoon. And at their lagoon, they have nothing else other than they're going to have like this little spot for kayaks and things like that. They have a hotel there. So that was cool too, but that's it. So they have the hotel and the lagoon, and they have a restaurant in the hotel, no other amenities. So when I was there, she says, okay, so what they don't show right now is they have the arena at the beach and they have the beach. That's what they show on their website. But in person, they start going, well, over here in the back, we're going to have like a shopping center and we're going to have this, that, and the other. And then over here, we're going to have a golf course later on. And I'm like, wait, you don't have a master plan that shows this. You don't have anything that shows none of that. I said, the only thing that all you show in reality is just the beach and the arena at the beach. And I know how close you are to downtown, which it's not that close, but it's close enough. It's probably 400 yards, maybe 500 yards to Coco Bongo. It's got, I would say, probably a half mile. Okay, it's about a half mile to Coco Bongo. So it's really not that far, but it's still a walk. So that's all they have as far as I'm concerned. If they have these so-called shopping center and restaurants and all that stuff, it kind of doesn't matter to me. But here's the thing. The one bedroom at the beach was $89,000. I mean, the arena at the beach was $89,000. And the one bedroom at the beach was, I think it was $99,000. I can't really remember what it was, but I think it was $99,000 for the one bedroom. It's not furnished. At the time, they didn't even give me the white line, no kitchen and all that. None of that was included, so I don't know about now. So that was one of the things. I was like, well, okay, the two-bedroom was $126,500 at the arena at the beach, which I thought might be a pretty good thing. But again, all I have at the beach is the lake, the hotel, the pool at the hotel and the lake, and they don't even have bars and all that. The bar is in the restaurant, in the hotel. So again, now I go to Vista Cana, and then when I get to Vista Cana, I'm sitting over there like, okay, not only do they have a saltwater lake, which people can swim in too, just like at the beach, but they have a fishing freshwater lake, and they're going to stock the lake. And not only that, everybody who missed the videos, I'm at the lake, and they already had their little cabanas there. One was a bar and a snack bar, and another place was just a lounge area right now. I don't know what they turned it into. They already had the stage for music already there with the speakers. And then they said down at the other end, they're going to have another bar, lounge area. And at the other end and across the lake is another restaurant bar that sits on the lake. So right then and there, I was like, okay, they got more things at the lake. And then when I found out about that they have their own restaurants and shopping centers on the apartment on the island on the freshwater lake, I was like, okay, I like that too. And then when I found out about, of course, Panorama Gardens, Panorama Lake, Panorama Park, and I found out about the Zen place that also has its own restaurant, fitness room, yoga room, cigar lounge, a pool. And then I find out there's another 2 pools. And then there's another third pool, which I didn't know at the time. It was supposed to be a splash pad. Now it turns out it's a big ass pool. And I found that out. Then I was like, well, wait a minute. And then they said softball, soccer, baseball fields, basketball courts, tennis courts, 9-hole nighttime golf course, and they're going to have a 27-hole championship golf course. I'm like, hold on. So for the same $126,500 for a 2-bedroom at the beach, the 2-bedroom at the beach was only 71, 72 meters. Okay, which is fine, but that's all it was. Now I could get a penthouse, which is what I got, which is, it's also 72, 73 meters, square meters on the inside, but mine is 2 bedrooms. Each bedroom has its own full bath, and there's a half bath out for the general public in the living room and kitchen. The 2-bedroom at the beach is only 1 bath in the master, and then the other bathroom is utilized by everybody in the living room and the 2nd bedroom. And of course, in case people don't know, the unit I bought, the new people, not only is it a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a balcony, all right? The beach has a balcony too for its 2-bedroom, but again, the 2-bedroom's $126,500 at the arena. It's $142,500 at the beach for a 2-bedroom, by the way. And so I'm getting a 2-bedroom with a penthouse that has another full bath upstairs. And so another 50 square meters. So that's why at $123,000 versus everything at the beach, I was like, no go zone. Couldn't do it. And at this point, I can't even do the beach at this point because of all the other projects that are going on. Because if I'm going to get something downtown, I'd rather spend $126,000 on a downtown property. So that's the reason. And quite frankly, Vista Cana has way more amenities, just way more. And as you know, I'm renting mine out. Majority, I'm not going to be there like you might be, like at your property at Cana Rock, you might be there 2-3 months. I don't know. But me personally, I'll never be there 2 or 3 months. I'll probably be there like, I don't even know, probably, I don't know, 2 weeks a year or something, 3 weeks a year. I'm renting mine out strictly. So for me, I need all the amenities I can get, because when people say they're going to stay at the beach or downtown or even at your spot at the Hard Rock, they might say that. But then when I say they might have kids with them, and so then, of course, now I feel I have an upper hand. So if you have kids with you, do you want to stay at the beach where there's no other amenities? I mean, there's nothing. They don't have tennis courts, basketball courts, baseball, golf. They have nothing. They don't even have a playground. Or do you want to stay at my place, which, by the way, we have playgrounds too for the kids. Not only that, we have running trail, cycling trails, and it's not small either. The the running trail is 12 kilometers. It goes around the outside of the whole thing, of all of Vistacana, and it's 12 kilometers. We have running trails too and walking trails. So all these little amenities you can't pay enough for. So that's why I had to leave the beach out. Now, as far as adult entertainment for just being downtown or near downtown, the beach is probably, that's a cool property. But for me, I still get the lagoon. I still get the fresh water. I can go fishing at our freshwater lake and then take it up to the restaurant, and we can all eat while we're at the restaurant from the fish we got at the lake. All this stuff you can't do at the beach. And again, if you have kids and you say, hey, you guys can go to the sports complex where the kids can play the soccer, the basketball, the tennis, and some more pools are over there as well. And you have bicycle trails and running trails and fitness centers. And I just can't do it. That's what my choice was. Now that $150 a month is pretty sweet though. I will say that. Datadog jumps 20% in 35 days. You mentioned that about a month ago, Curtis Davis. Let me know, Marrero, are you going to buy something or thinking about the beach? Because quite frankly, you can get a 2-bedroom at the arena at the beach in the third phase, and it should be $136. And I like the arena actually a little bit better because the arena has that pool that's out front. So I wanted the downstairs apartment or it had to be the top. So I couldn't decide on that either. But that's the whole reason. Because initially, you guys know I was gung-ho on the beach. That was my number one choice, quite frankly. I didn't get any Datadog. The low of 70, 119. We do it. Better buy Alphabet versus Datadog. Okay. Let's see. 25% year over year. Cloud scale applications. We all know cloud's going to be a thing in the future. So that's why you have to be up on Amazon, Google, Apple, Microsoft. They're all big players in the cloud storage space. In-N-Out Burgers on stock market. I don't think so. I don't think they are. And if they are, then that would be bad. Because no, IPO via Equity Zen Fund. Good. They're not out yet. In-N-Out Burger does just what McDonald's does and Chipotle. Real estate company. They pick hella good locations. Did you know Connor Rock has now introduced another project called Stellar. Also with golf course views. Just saw that today. Victor Marrero. Yeah, I put it in the video last Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday or Tuesday of last week, I was talking about Stellar. I even, the prices are the same as Universe. The 1-bedrooms are only like $115, $120, but then it escalated. So yeah, it's the same as, well, to me, it's the same as Universe. It's almost the same. But yeah, I know it's getting kind of crowded over there because that's another property and they already have like Galaxy, Universe, condos, Stellar, and I'm missing one. There's another one on property too. That would be 5. But they kind of put them on, they're all in like different holes or different locations. They have plenty of room. But yeah, know all about it. Those prices are better than the new condos in Toronto. That's right. Those condos in Toronto would be $1 million. You know that's right. Lots of love. In and Out has expanded to Texas. That's right. But unfortunately, no stock market. I want in. I am waiting for this new project coming up at Cap Cana. I am meeting my realtor at Margaritaville in July. She's coming to Orlando. She's giving me the details. Hey, Marrero, you already own at a Margaritaville property. Are you going to buy at the Margaritaville Cap Cana? Because it's right there by the water. And it's in, I mean, that's the perfect location, quite frankly. But I mean, it's going to be pricey. Or is it a timeshare that they're doing Margaritaville? No, it's got to be residences. They wouldn't put the timeshare there in one. Well, maybe they would, but let me know. Marrero, we have a new property coming out in Cap Cana. Remember the one that we did with Estacio? But that one, again, I like amenities. So I wasn't really, even though it was 178 or whatever it was, which was a good price, I just would rather have amenities like at Margaritaville type of amenities. You got to have the pools. You got to have the fitness center. You got to have a restaurant. You got to have all that, within 2-3 minutes of your unit. That's the way I look at it, because I've been doing vacation rentals for a long time. And Marrero knows this as well. At his property, he has a Margaritaville property in Orlando. He knows it as well. Soon as people know the amenities within their location, you are now a hot property, because people are sitting there going, man, the pool is cool. The restaurant is cool. They have bikes. They have all these little amenities that outweigh staying in the cheaper location. They're like, okay, the cheaper location is only $50 to $60 a night cheaper, but look at all these amenities I get, so I might as well pay for the place $60, $70 more, or maybe even $100 more, because they have all these amenities and it's upscale. See, it matters. In fact, one of these days I'm going to do why don't we just do it right now? All right. Here's what we're going to do right now. Let me see. Here's what we're going to do tonight. Margaritaville, Orlando. All right? Victor Marrero. Since we have the man here, we're going Margaritaville, Orlando. All right? This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. So when you buy real estate, they always say location, 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 right? Now, I always say, you can tell me about location, but you better start telling me about the amenities. And you better start telling me about what the property looks like. All right? So when we're talking about in Cap Cana is location, 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 for sure. But now you start going, well, why would somebody want to stay at Margaritaville on the water in Cap Cana versus a hotel that's also on the water in Cap Cana versus another hotel that's right next to Margaritaville on the water? But here we are in Orlando, and you guys can see that these are standalone units, right? They have cottages and villas. So here's what I want to point out, which is why people will pay more to stay here. All right? See this water slide? See the restaurant food? All right? Of course we have the fitness center. Of course we have entertainment. Of course we have a spa. Of course we have the dog park. Of course we have the kids and teen club. Of course we have bikes. Of course, we have the playgrounds, right? You have all of that. So once again, let's go look at the villas, just so you guys can see what we're talking about. Here's the villas, which are like, I call them townhomes. So once again, 1,700 square feet for a 4-bedroom, 3-bath unit. I think you might see why people like these units. 1,700 square feet, 4 bedrooms, which means you can bring maybe not only one family, maybe two. Okay, 1,500 for a 3-3, and then they got another 14. And then, of course, we start going to the cottages, which that's a whole nother thing in itself, because standalone, no sharing with any connectivity with the walls. 2 bedrooms, $976 to $1,276, but the 3 bedrooms, 1,800 square feet. So here we go. 5 bedroom even, 4 bedrooms. Of course they're sold out. But look, 400,000, 500,000, ladies and gentlemen. But you're in a community. All these are sold out, even the $1 million ones. All right. So now you can get an idea of why people are going to spend more money to stay at this location versus staying at one of the Disney properties, for instance. And what you may not know is that Marrero gave us the numbers. He said that he's actually rented up to 90% over the next, 4 months? All booked up, I believe. In fact, I think he said it's all booked up. So see, this is what we're talking about here, ladies and gentlemen. This is upscale. All right? This isn't low-end property. This is upscale. So you have a lifestyle, you have a lifestyle, you have an experience, and that's what people want when they're on vacation. They want an experience. Nobody wants to go stay in a hotel anymore. They don't want to sit there and go, I'm at the hotel, I'm at the condo, and all we have here is a pool, and that's it. People want to be able to go, okay, I'm walking distance to a water park, walking distance to a restaurant. They want to be there in 5 minutes. They don't want to have to look all the way around town and start looking through things. So I should ask how much these, but you guys already saw 200,000, 300,000. Just to give you an idea, you can see the property here. You can see the units, cottage floor plans. They even said, I didn't even realize they had it up to 4,000 square feet. That's crazy. So now you see why he's booked up. Tell us how many percentage. I think he's booked up for the next 3-4 months. So that's how we do it, right? That's how we're doing it, ladies and gentlemen. Get my shirt here right. That's how we do it. And that's how Marrero does it. So Marrero, let us know how many, what's your rental rate over the next summer? In summer, in fact, because we're already in summer, June, July, August, and September. You're probably booked up like 95 to 99%. You know? So it's crazy. Diesel Mike's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And the icon next to your name. I humbly appreciate that. Being a member of the channel, while I usually get a notification remind me, not this time for some odd reason. Diesel Mike, it's the YouTube gods, man. They're trying to hold down the SSN Nation. You know why? Because we've given up the information that helps people in real time, in the real world, and we tell them where to go and how to do it. You know my speech on that. Bless the victims in Miami. Diesel Mike, you couldn't have said it any better, man. Talk about a travesty that a structure has failed in Surfside in Miami. Man, I fear that a 2, 3, maybe even 400 people are dead in the rubble. Man, just bad. Yankee Stacking's in the house. Welcome to the Friday night live stream, Yankee, with the drinks, with the pina coladas, with the bike ride. That's right. That's my Vista Cana property, my man. That's it exactly. Yankee Stacking, Mr. Gold and Silver and Precious Metals is in the house. He has a channel. If you guys like gold, silver, and precious metals, you got to go see him. That's the guy. He talks about it all the time. And that means the bars, the coins, the constitutional silver even. He even talks with a coin store person that actually tells you the information that you need to know. He doesn't even mince words, which I like. You know I love that. So yeah, if you're into gold, silver, precious metals, you got to check out Yankee Stacking. I have been at 90% occupancy since January and until December. My address is 8009 Flip Flop Way. I love that address. 8009 Flip Flop Way, Margaritaville, ladies and gentlemen. Now you know where to go. But getting in at Margaritaville is pretty hard because it's pricey and you get what you pay for. It's upscale. All Margaritavilles are upscale, no matter where they put them at. So this is why people are willing to spend $1 million, $700,000, $500,000, when they know good and well that they can go buy a property in Orlando for $350,000. But it's not in Margaritaville, though. There's something to be said. People pay for it. 100% booked for May, June, July, and August. Jeez. This is what we're talking. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about right here. Amenities matter. Some of you might be saying, hey, Eric, the amenities list was kind of short. It wasn't that long. That's right. It wasn't. It wasn't that big. Wasn't that long. Look at this. Okay, so look at this, where these people are hanging out. Look at the view that they have. Look at the space you have in the units. All right, that matters. Look at, I gotta do something real quick. Let me get this off. That matters. And let's go back to the amenities. When you have restaurants on site, look at this. Okay, Margaritaville Hotel restaurants, or walk over to Sunset Walk. So see, this is close. Ford's Garage, Burger Wi-Fi, Estefan Kitchen, Rock and Brews, Bento Asian, Sushi, Movie Grill, Cold Stone Creamery, Capone's Pizza. And on site, we got the Rim Bar and Grill, right? And of course, the water park for the kids. When you have 2, 3, 4 bedroom units, that means family environment. You need water parks. You need fitness center. You need bicycles, right? Those are the things you need. And then you're going to get people to pay more because they realize they don't have to leave the compound. Uh-oh. I think I lost you guys for a second. All right. But you don't have to leave the compound. And again, fitness center, of course, they always have to have that. Music, magic, and more. All right. Of course, Jimmy Buffett tunes are going to be played at Margaritaville. Salty Rim Bar and Grill, to the DJ at Sunset Walk, the bar, the spa, and of course, everybody likes their dogs, so you can bring your dogs. All right. So this is the kind of stuff people want. You have the kids club. So again, if your kid's underage, you want to go do something for a minute, they have the kids club that you can leave them there. I mean, this is what I used to do with my daughters when they were younger. Chill out naturally, take a stroll, bike ride, of course. Fire pits. The place is immaculate. The place is where you want to be. So people are willing to pay, and we're going to be booked up. All right. Now, Yankees cracking up because it was Tim. Tim has the store. He's the coin man that he has conversations with from time to time on his channel. And it's very interesting from his perspective because he has to buy the silver and gold, precious metals, and he sells it. So he has the unique perspective because he gets to buy at a wholesale price, let's say, supposed to buy at a wholesale price and sell at a profit. But it's very interesting when they have conversations. So you got to check some of them videos. TROW has a special dividend coming up. All right. Let's go see. After I was playing around at Margaritaville, let's go look this up. T. Rowe Price, 2.2%, but they're going to do a special dividend. All right. Good news on that. T. Rowe Price, I'm not mad at them. Not to gain from this tragedy, but maybe they will push harder on infrastructure. It's not just roads and bridges. Exactly, Diesel Mike. Exactly what I was actually, that's what I was thinking, because that day before, or the same day, was the $1 trillion infrastructure bill that was supposedly agreed upon. And I was sitting there going, this is exactly what happened. We have a bunch of buildings that were built 30, 40 years ago. And in Florida, just like in California, you could have ground shifting. They weren't built up to the standards that they are being built up today, with the hurricanes and the winds and the ground possibly moving. So I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, this is just the tip of the iceberg, because there's roads, bridges, and infrastructure that we have right now that needs to be attended to, and it's not being done. It needed to be attended to like 20 years ago. All right. So it's kind of strange. Margaritaville Sunset Walk restaurants are 5-minute walking distance from my house. There we go. That's what you need right there. That's the key number. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I have a place in Anaheim. It's called Peacock Suites. It's a 1-bedroom, 2 queen beds. All right. And it has, and does it have 2 bathrooms or 1? I can't remember. I think it has, I can't remember. 1 bedroom, 2 queen beds in the bedroom, sofa sleeper in the living room, and actually 1 bathroom. It's 5-minute walk to Disneyland. Okay. Because it has the 2 queen beds in the bedroom and the sofa sleeper in the living room and can sleep 6, even though it's a 1-bedroom, summer and January and December, it's rented out all the time, because families will take that 1-bedroom with the 2 queens and sleep 6. They'll stay there because it's a 5-minute walk to Disneyland. Even though there's a trolley that picks you up and you got to pay like $2, they will still take that walk for 5 minutes to Disneyland because it's a straight shot. All right. So there's something to be said, and I don't charge an arm and a leg, but I charge, and people still pay it because you're 5 minutes a walk away. So when he's like saying this 5-minute walk, that right there, I don't know if he means his own personal house, but I'm pretty sure he means Margaritaville. And that is major. So you have to understand, location is one thing. But after I'm at the location, from a rental standpoint for vacation rental, I need to know what the amenities are there, because I want to know if I need to rent a car. A rent-a-car is an extra expense. So now if I'm staying at Margaritaville, if I'm staying at one of my properties like Orange Lake Resort, which also has the water and the lazy river and tubing and all this other stuff. When people stay there, they want to be able to use all the amenities without having to leave their location. And if you can do that in a major place like Orlando, you're winning. And that's why he has 90% bookings for that. Behind every stock is a company. Find out what it's doing. There you go. Exactly, Gino Shimiente. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it. All right. Yes, sinkholes are very prevalent in Florida. Exactly, Diesel Mike. That's why, yeah, it's kind of weird. And there's nothing you can really do about it. God bless Florida and families. Exactly. That's right. Everybody's got to put in a prayer for these people. And hopefully the best case scenario happens, where there's not that many fatalities. But unfortunately, one side collapsed, and they were talking about it just stacked, pancaked on top of each other. And that means there was only like 2 feet to 3 feet between each floor. So unfortunately, that's not a good sign. And we're almost at 3 hours, ladies and gentlemen. So please smash that like button to let the YouTube guys know that we're still here. All right. So hopefully you got that real estate, a little bit of insight into the real estate. You got how to invest with no credit whatsoever. Hopefully you understood what we were talking about of why do you want credit so badly when you really don't need to. Look at it that way. You need to figure out how to get those assets with your credit first that give you revenue that comes in your door, profits, so then that way you can go on about your business. And by the way, we're going to stick with the theme of the real estate investing because everybody can get in with pre-construction right now. There's pre-construction Miami. You guys can go look at, do a search on the Stop Struggling Now channel. I did the Miami, Nativo Miami. All right. There's another one as well. So they're downtown and the same rules apply, except you need 20% down and then you pay monthly, 0% until it's built. Then you're going to owe that. I think they get you to around 60% LTV, loan to value. So that's what you're going to be doing with that. No credit needed to get in. And by the time it's built, you'll probably be at a 60. Well, actually, you'll have to be at 60% LTV just on the purchase. But by the time it's built, you'll probably be at 50, 40% LTV. So you'll be able to get financed even if you did have a little downward trend in the 600s on your credit score. So that's the thing. You don't have to drive anywhere. All the amenities are within walking distance, and Disney is 10 minutes driving. But Margaritaville, yeah, I was getting ready to say, he's saying it now. Margaritaville also has a shuttle that takes you to all the parks. Another reason people are going to stay at Margaritaville and pay the extra price. All right. Just like my Westgate property, they have a shuttle. Okay. My Orange Lake, they have a shuttle. So whenever you have these shuttles, and actually at Westgate, at Mystic Dunes, get this, the shuttle is not complimentary. You have to pay to get on the shuttle. The funny thing is the fact that they have the shuttle, people will pay the $5. They don't care. That's the funny part. They're like, oh, a shuttle to all the parks? I'll pay the $5 each way. No problem. I'm like, this is what happens. You have to, and quite frankly, this is why at all these places, like at Cana Rock, they're already on the beach. Vista Cana, not on the beach. Me personally, you guys know how this goes. We're all entrepreneurs. We're investors. I'm looking at that housekeeping crew. I'm also looking at the shuttle crew because right now Vista Cana doesn't have a shuttle designated, which I'm pretty sure they will, but they haven't designated that there's going to be a shuttle to pick people up and take them to the beach or take them to downtown. There's an opportunity either way. So the housekeeping's a no-brainer, but the shuttle thing, I was already looking for shuttles, by the way. And I got bad news. The shuttles in the DR, everybody's using them for pickup at the airport. People at the airport taking people from hotel to hotel or amenity to amenity, meaning taking them from their hotel to like downtown water park or the downtown Dolphins or the downtown Cocobongo, or taking people to restaurants, taking people wherever. So nobody's selling a shuttle that works. I was like, this is crazy, because I was going to get one already before it even happened, because I was like, well, there's going to be more people. So I already know I should be getting a shuttle, but then there's no shuttles for sale. And the ones that are for sale are garbage. They're already like 10, 12, 15 years old. I don't want that. So it looks like I'm going to have to figure out a way to send a shuttle over there if I want to be in the shuttle business. But so far, no love. So we might have to go with plan B. Where there's a will, there's a way. All right. But that's just proving our point with the real estate investing. All right. So if you guys want to invest in crypto or are invested in crypto and you want to hodl your money and you want another loan with no credit check, no qualifying, what do? You can borrow 25% of your value of your crypto and then give you 1% interest, and you pay 6 months to 36 months. You pick up how long you want to have the loan. And the beauty of it is you pay interest only until the last payment is the balloon payment. All right. So you're paying the interest the whole time, and then your last payment is the 25% that you borrowed. Okay. It could be 3 years later. That's a beautiful gig. Beautiful. No credit check, no qualifying. Everybody qualifies. It's your own money. You're borrowing against your assets. Celsius Network link is down below. All right. And if you send $400 or more over there, the first time deposit, you're going to get $40 of free BTC. And by the way, I don't know if free $10 of Coinbase down below or not, but I'll have to add it after this live stream if I don't. All right. So if anybody has anything else, any questions or anything to say it now, or it's going to be the next live, Monday Night Live at 8:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Please be there. Hopefully, we're going to have on Sean Rayford, man with a horn, the saxophone player, will be with us on Monday Night Live. All right? So we should see him then, and we'll talk with him about music, how long it took him to get into this one first album after all these years. And we'll talk some business as well. You know how we do that around here. We like to talk business just in case we can help other people. All right. Thanks, Eric. Thank you, Curtis Davis. I appreciate that, Mr. Financial. And so just keep in mind, and by the way, on the last live, which was Wednesday night, I put in well, I'll just tell you guys right now, if you want to support Sean Rayford, just go Sean Rayford Sax. Sean is spelled S-H-A-W-N, Rayford, R-A-I-F-O-R-D. He has a limited edition CD signature package that's $20. I'll just say what it is. Or you can go to Sean Rayford and look for his Man with a Horn on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, and it's $9.49 just for the album. So you can order from anywhere. Top 50, top 30. He was in the top 30 on the Smooth Jazz chart. He went up to 50, what was it, 57 or 51? I can't really remember. But I told him to drop another single so he can get back below 50. That's all I said. Get that in the moment video up. All right? Mandatory. My lending business is coming near end of July. Beautiful, Wilson Koo. You never sent me anything on that. On the lending business. I didn't understand what it really was, but I thought you were going to send us something. Oh, it wasn't the lending. It was combined. That's what it was. The health that we were talking about. Thanks for the gems, fam. Wilson Koo. Thank you for the gems. Appreciate that on info on the bio text, right? The Q, C-U-E, and the other ones. I'm going to have to go through the chat again because I can't remember the other bio text that you mentioned. So we'll have to go check that out. Let me go see if I can find it real crisp. That's it. CRSP. That's the one. CRISPR. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully we get that all in there. So I want to thank everybody. Let's see what we got. What else we got? We'll be sending once I get the info set. Okay. That's cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, as you know, I thank you so much for being here. And I appreciate you being here. And once again, it was the Friday Night Live. I got to dump some things off the screen. Okay. Yeah, we were having a problem with the Wi-Fi. But anyhow, I want to thank you once again for being here on the Friday Night Live. And I appreciate the gems, of course, from the SSN Nation. And again, I'll reiterate, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we do the live streams. And tomorrow, I'll be dropping another video. This one is, I might as well just give you guys a somewhat of what the heading is going to be about. It's about financial freedom. Do you really want that financial freedom? And oh, by the way, I will be doing a little promo for the SSN Lifestyle. I forgot to mention that tonight because we had some people on and I forgot about the SSN Lifestyle. A lot of people already know about it. But once again, I'll be doing a little promo for that. And we're going to start narrowing it down because what we talked about tonight is vacation, rental business, wanting to stay in a nice location, not just wanting to stay in a regular old rundown hotel, not wanting to stay in an out-of-the-way place hotel or condo or Airbnb, You want to stay in a place that has amenities. So that's what we're going to be talking about. And that's what we're going to be doing with SSN Lifestyle. Because let's face it, all timeshare hotels, they have amenities because they're vacation rental location. All right. So that's pretty simple. But I have a list here, what I was thinking about. So we're talking about planes, cars, traveling, homes, how to make money, concerts, financial freedom, financial literacy. I got a list of stuff that we're going to be doing in SSN Lifestyle. If you're a member, we're going to be doing that. And not only that, we're going to have the SSN Lifestyle Shark Tank as well for members. And of course, I mentioned this before, founders, of course, are going to be able to be on they're number one. Founders are number one when it comes to the Shark Tank. So if the founders want to invest, they get to go first. Everybody else, membership, gets to sit there and say, okay, I want to be in, but you might get a percentage of the percentage. But that's how it works. Founders have precedent. And so that's why it's going to cost more to become a founder. And we're going to do some pre-launch. And I anticipate this. I didn't really want to do it at the beginning of the month. Who knows, the way it's been so far, I've been lagging, quite admittedly, but that's because I've been working on some other things that, remember that crypto stuff that I have to give up, that I wanted to get everybody paid when somebody bought in. I can't be done. So that means I have to go do something else in the background. So, I like to get everything in order, like a line, right? A linear line. So everything lines up so we can go, even though pre-launch will be for 3 or 4 months. But anyhow, let's see what else. Hold on. I'll be, before we go, combined info. I sent you the link. Okay. I'll check that out. We'll send you an email later. We'll be doing credit repair. Okay. All right. 650 credit score minimum. That's right. That's what Loan Guys is doing. I don't know if you're talking about real estate, but the Loan Guys out in LA, well, not LA, but out in California, they're doing 650 minimum credit score, and they'll get it. It's hard money, but you get a loan. All right. And no paperwork. That's pretty serious. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to end it there. So stay tuned. I'm going to bust out some little promo stuff for SSN Lifestyle. It'll be tomorrow. There'll be a new video tomorrow talking about, do you guys really want financial freedom? Because if you do, this is how you do it. And we talked about some of it tonight. I'm going to drop a video tomorrow about it as well. So with all that said, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here. And that's why we have to talk about credit as an asset, and why you need to use your credit as an asset to buy assets, to make sure you have revenue coming in for the rest of your life from some source without you having to work at a job, right? Number one priority right now due to inflation. It's also hard out here because of inflation, and prices go up for everything, and you're already living paycheck to paycheck. 7 out of 10 people are, because they don't have $1,000 in their bank account, which also means they don't have $1,000 in an investment account, which also means they don't have $1,000 to put down to buy real estate. So this is why we're talking about SSN Lifestyle, because we got to generate revenue. That's why SSN Lifestyle is going to try to generate revenue as well. Because without revenue, without profit, without money, you can't invest. So all this goes hand in hand. So when we're talking about real estate investing, you need money to invest. When you're talking about stock market, you need a little bit of money to invest. Talking about crypto, same thing, a little bit of money to invest. Talking about gold, silver, precious metals, a little bit of money to invest. But no matter how you slice it, you're going to have to invest, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have to take a risk. Unfortunately. There's no way around it, because nobody's giving you a raise of 10% this year. Nobody's going to give you a raise of 10% next year. So you can keep up with inflation somewhat. So what else can you do? Protect yourself and get your streams of income. And you can also get streams of income by using the social media platforms, which is a video I dropped yesterday as well. To use the eBays, the Amazons, the Etsy's, the Shopify's. All right? Use them. Use the TikToks, Use the Snapchats. Use the Facebooks. All right? Use the YouTubes. Use the podcasts. All of that. Dropped a video yesterday. Come on, guys. Let's do this. And with all that said, keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.